So from future stars to present superstars under pressure. And yes, Osimhen controversy star in AFCON hot water. Victor Osimhen's fiery temperament has once again sparked debate at AFCON. His intensity defines Nigeria's attack, but critics worry it could cross the line at crucial moments. Let's start from here. Is Osimhen's aggression a weapon Nigeria needs or a ticking time bomb?
I think it's a ticking time bomb because when it explodes, it's going to explode in everybody's face. But at the moment now, we just have to manage it because of the situation where we are at ongoing right now. What I mean by situation, the progress we are actually making now, the African Cup of Nations.
But to look at this Osimhen issue, will you say there are no strikers with the same temperament and they ended up being top in their careers in Europe? You know, Osimhen's issue is not as if he's arrogant. It's more or less the passion on the field. You heard what he was telling Lookman. It was a clear statement. Play for the team. It was clear as daylight. Play. And sometimes when the team wants to win, these kinds of things are not far-fetched. Yes, it was just maybe a bit brutal saying it in front of the camera, while some others say it in the dressing room. What say you?
Well, I think it's a necessary thing for him to have done in that kind of game where we are already leading by, I think, by 3 goals by then. You know, and Lookman, to be honest, has been the best player on the pitch that day. And if you ask me overall between Lookman and Osimhen, who has been Nigerian best player at the ongoing African Cup of Nations.
No, this is not. You are comparing. See, you are taking this conversation. You are not talking about the best. We are talking about that decision at that point in time. Was Ademola Lookman right not to set that pass at that point? You know that. See, the complaint was not about Ademola Lookman's performance the whole game. It was at that point in time. Was he right not to set the pass?
Well,
or was he wrong?
Ademola Lookman is an attacker that wants to get the goal, like every other attacker there. But if you look at before that time, Ademola Lookman has already provided.
Don't go back to that time.
No.
Let's narrow it down to a yes or no. When Ademola Lookman was in that position, should he have passed the ball or take the shot? I need an answer.
I think he should take the shot. You know, because there's no any guarantee that if he passes the ball, the person that he passed the ball will also get the goal. And like I said,
you are taking it beyond what I am asking, because realistically, if you remove sentiment, Osimhen was in a better position. He was in a better position to get the goal. And now looking at it, where Lookman was, it was a tight angle. Now, at that point, forget what Lookman has done all the moment of the game. We're talking about that situation. What if it was a nil-nil situation? Wait, at that point in time, if you were Ademola Lookman, would you have passed the ball or tried to hit on target?
Well, it's two-way, like you said. If the game
just answer the question. If you were there, what would be your decision?
Let's start by saying the standard of Ademola Lookman, his own pedigree or the caliber of player he is. I think he would definitely go for the goal. And why we are having this conversation?
You are taking it. Wait. No. You are taking this thing off point. I just want you to answer. Leave Ademola Lookman the big name or whatever. We are talking about decision making at a particular point in time, which gave back to Osimhen's complaint. Was Ademola Lookman right to take that attempt at that point, or to set a pass? So if you were Ademola Lookman, would you set a pass or go at goal? Which one would be the best decision that the coach will not complain, bearing in mind that the team needs that goal?
Well, I think I will go for goal. What I'm saying,
yeah, because so that's just what I want.
I just want to clarify something. Why saying
no, there's no.
If reverse was the case, if it was Victor Osimhen that was there with the ball, then and it goes for goal,
do you know that
people will be saying
no. This thing you said. Yeah. Go and check the Nigeria's first game. The goal Ademola Lookman score. Osimhen was in a good place to take it. Listen. No.
You can't be passing.
You're making a mistake. Wait. You're making a mistake. Listen. When you're making a mistake, is you are talking about instinct. No, it's not instinct. It's about being. See, some like for instance, I change. There are times that as an attacker, you know that you should pass this ball and you take it. See, against was it Tunisia or Tanzania? The ball Osimhen passed. He could have taken it on goal, and Osimhen had not had a goal in that tournament at that time. Listen, and he passed that ball to Ademola Lookman. He could have taken it, but Ademola Lookman was in a better place to score. So that's what we are talking about. Now, when you look at, Nigerians are very emotional. When we talk about these kinds of things, we should be practical about it. What if the scoreline was 0-0?
But the scoreline.
Let me now tell you. If the scoreline, one thing about footballers is this: if the scoreline was 0-0, most likely, the way he took it was the way we most likely take it, because instinct. Now we are talking about decision making, because Osimhen complained about the decision he made at that particular point in time.
Well, Victor Osimhen is not the manager of the team. Though I feel he has the right to also feel agree or complain that you could have passed the ball, or probably I'm in a better situation to get the goal, a better position to get the goal. But at the same time, you look at it based on the way the match is going. We're already leading by 3-0 as at that time, and Ademola Lookman already provided one assist. In fact, the goal Victor Osimhen scored, I think the second goal, Victor Osimhen scored I think two goals in that game. The second goal was provided by the first one I think was Akon Adams that provided that.
I think the two was Lookman.
So I think since the game is still ongoing and we're already 3 goals up, I think Ademola Lookman has the right to be selfish in that position at that particular time. So for Victor Osimhen, yes, you can make complaint, but you shouldn't take it too personal, being too aggressive. Not just to Ademola Lookman only alone. You hear what he was saying to his other teammates, telling them to fuck off. It's not necessary.
Now, see, I'm not trying to defend Osimhen. But if you understand the passion, for instance, we all enjoy when Osimhen plays and he gives everything. Now it comes with something too, the intensity and the passion. It comes from the way you speak. It comes with anger, sometimes annoyance, because you always want to win. And let me now tell you, if we now say it's not justified to be angry, or to be angry that Ademola didn't pass that ball, then we should think again. Because now you are saying Ademola was right to take it, but let me now put the question to you like this: if it was maybe a 0-0 or a 1-1 situation, and Ademola was put in that position, what do you think Ademola should do? Take it at go like that. Just we need to be fast because of time.
Well, like you said, if the game was 0-0 and the situation like that comes up, it still goes on instinct. Some players will definitely pass.
We are talking about decision.
Yeah,
no, we are not talking about instinct. We are talking about what will be the right decision for Lookman to take there. Let's not drag it. What will be the right decision for you that you think Ademola Lookman should take? Just mention it and leave instinct.
Well, the decisions that will lead to go is what I think will be the right one.
And which one do you think will lead to go out of the two? Should he take it or pass the ball?
Well, if he thinks he can get the goal, then he should take the goal.
It's not about thinking. at that angle. If you play football, you know some angles are tight angles.
But
you saw some people are
get goals from that same angle.
And what I'm saying is this: for instance, getting goals at that angle most likely means the striker is not in a good position. And what he simply said was playing for the team. So if you were in that situation, what will be don't start dribbling it. Pick one. Will you square the ball or take it?
Right, I will definitely take it.
You definitely. And while the discussion was on, the dog came into the studio. The dog, you're welcome.
Thank you, Yemi. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you, Apollo. Nice to be on the show with you tonight. And just before you continue, Yemi, you were talking about Demola Lookman and Osimhen's transaction. And I had the last position being that what would you do if you were found in that situation?
Yes.
As a footballer,
yes,
a lot of times you take your instinct. That's the first thing. You act after your instinct. You're looking at, okay, what's the best thing to do right now? Pass the ball or take a shot. Just before that incident happened, Ademola Lookman had a chance to score. He tried to score play, and it was intercepted by a defender. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
He was going to give it to Osimhen, and I just thought, why did he try giving it to Osimhen? He had the post, he had the keeper, he had the angle, but I think he wanted Osimhen to score a hat-trick.
Yeah.
So he just decided to give it to Osimhen, and the defender intervened. And I was here running the show with Paulo, and we screamed, why was he not selfish in that situation?
Oh.
So the next time he had a chance, and he looks at the opportunity, what if he has tried to score and it was intercepted again? Wouldn't we have roasted him? I personally would have called for his head. The next thing that happened was that Bruno Yemechi also did the same thing, and that was what triggered Osimhen. Because it was actually Bruno's issue that made him pounce on Lookman. And he was trying to tell Lookman that, look, I'm talking about the team, and it's not about you, it's about Bruno. So even when Ndidi was trying to stop.
Good day, viewer. Welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center, and welcome to our Watchalong. It's the final of the AFCON, the 2025 AFCON final. The match between Senegal and the host country Morocco. It has already kicked off. We are very sorry for coming a little bit late. We are less than 5 minutes into the game. The game has already, been going, and Senegal have been dominating so far in this game, but you can't take anything away from the host country. The last Nations Cup, we saw the host country lifting the trophy. That was Ivory Coast back in 2023. So it's the time. Will Morocco also be doing like Ivory Coast by winning at home, but they'll be facing the Lions of Senegal, who are looking very sharp in these early stages of the game. Let's quickly bring you up to date with lineup from both sides. For Morocco, they are playing a 4-3-3 formation. In goal is Edouard Mendy. Yeah, a lot of Chelsea fans will remember him. You have Diop, Niakite, Sa, and Mendy, also another Mendy at the back. For while you have Gueye. We are having two Gueye in the midfield alongside Kamara, and the front three. Sadio Mane, Nicolas Jackson, and the Evertonian winger or midfielder, if you can call him, also Ndiaye, leading the line for Senegal. While for Morocco, they are also playing a 4-3-3 formation. In goal is Bono, the four-man defense, Hakimi, the captain of the side, Agad, Messina, and Mazraoui playing the back. For in the midfield, you have Her Kanous, Aina, Seibari. While the three-man leading the attack is Ezali, El Kabi, and Brahim Diaz of Real Madrid. So far, no goal to report inside the first 8 minutes. No goal, but Senegal have looked the better in this one. Both teams still trying to get themselves, but Senegal attacking with purpose now. But the ball will roll out for a throw into the host country, Morocco. Yeah, Morocco, the host country. And the referee for today, his name is Ndala, yeah, and it's from DRC. The match is being played at the Stade Prince Moulay Abdallah. That's in Rabat, and the capacity of the stadium is 69,500, and it's a complete sellout out there in Morocco. Yes, yesterday we saw Nigeria, lifting the third. Taking the third position. That means Nigeria will be standing on the podium like the way they did in the last one when they, finish second behind the host country. So back to the game proper. Morocco, Senegal now in possession, moving forward gradually. It's the Senegal who off now for Senegal. He drops it back into the midfield to find Sadio Mane, who was brought down there by the number 24 jersey of Morocco. And the referee says it's going to be free kick to Senegal inside the half of Morocco rather. So play restart with Morocco taking that free kick quickly by sending it back to find Sa in the defense, and he drops it back to find Gray, who finds Sadio Mane. Mane tried to flick in for Nicholas Jackson, but it has been brought down there by Miss Agard rather. So it's going to be another free kick to Senegal. Not that was brought down, it was actually Gray there that was brought down, and not Idrissa Gray, because we're having two Gray on the field. So free kick to Senegal in a very good position. Can they send one into the box? And you can see their star man Sadio Mane trying to tell the play, position himself. And Diop, the West Ham United left back, is the one that is going to take this one. So goal kick to Morocco. Minute gone, still no goal. So Morocco will restart play from the back. Mazraoui. So it's going to be thrown into Morocco. Mazraoui takes and finds Saibari. They send a long one into the midfield. Erkabi brings that one down and finds Hakimi now. Drops it back into the midfield to find Erkanus. Back to Hakimi rather. The Morocco now in position inside the half of Senegal. That was a loose pass, but the Moroccans will meet that one up now. Still with Morocco, drops that one into the balls and they send the cross, but blocked there and cleared out by the Senegalese player there. And the first touch from the Moroccan defensive midfielder there was a heavy one, but the goalkeeper Bono had to keep that one alive for Morocco there. So it's Morocco who are back in possession again. Play ball out from that Saibari. A very good attempt there, but just went wide there. So that was off target from Saibari. Saibari, the man that plays for PSV Eindhoven in the Dutch Eredivisie. So it's going to be goal kick now to Senegal. Senegal send a long one there. Try to find Mendy. Ball roll out. You could see the Morocco manager there hoping for a miracle. Because it will be a miracle for Morocco lifting the Nations Cup. I think there's the first time they will get into the final in the last 3 decades. For more than 3 decades, rather. Here comes Antoine Mendy now running down the right hand side there, but lose possession. Senegal will win it back again. Send it back to the defense to find Yakite. Back to Idrissa Ganagui. Send a long one there. Try to find Sadio Mane. And Mane bring that one down beautifully right there. Still Senegal holding on to possession. Let's quickly look at the stats. In this first 15 minutes of the game so far. It's we start with the SG where Senegal leads the SG with a 0.24, but in the meantime Morocco now attacking inside the box. They try to cut to his left there, but that was a very good defending from the Moroccan player to stop what's his name again now? Ezali, the former Barcelona academy player who now plays at Real Betis, from beating him. That is a very good defensive play there from this number 24 jersey for Senegal, Antoine Mendy there. So it's going to be goal kick to Morocco. To Senegal rather. So back to the start. Senegal dominating the start with a 0.24, while Morocco is having just 0.09. And ball possession has been in favor of Morocco, with Morocco having 52%, while Senegal 48%. Total shot 3 to Morocco, 2 to Senegal. But Senegal leading when it comes to the shot on target with just 1 shot on target. Morocco 0. 1 big chance to Senegal, 0 to Morocco, and 2 corner kick to Morocco, 0 to 2 corner kick to Senegal rather, 0 to Morocco. As it stands now, still no goal to report, and the goalkeeper save. It has been this Moroccan goalkeeper has made 1 save, while the Senegalese goalkeeper Edouard Mendy is yet to make any save in this game. So viewers, you can join the conversation in the comment section. Let us let your predictions comment. You can drop your prediction. Let us know your thought. Who are you rooting for tonight? Is it the host nation, Morocco, or you are rooting for Senegal? And it's a battle between West Africa and North Africa. And the last 2 Nations Cup has been won by the teams from West Africa, if I'm correct. Yeah. So let's see if this time the Nations Cup will be going back to the North African side, or with the West African side win it. And the last country to win it is actually from West Africa. That's Ivory Coast. But this time, let's see if Senegal can bring the trophy back to West Africa. But players stopped from the referee, the DRC Congo referee, Ndala, having conversation with both the Moroccan and the Senegalese player. And you could see from the stand, the support is out there for the Moroccan team, fully packed into the stadium. They're out there in Rabat, hoping for a win. It's been a long time they've got to the final, talk less of winning it. Can they win it this time around? Only time with them. But we've seen more than 15 minutes played already. No goal so far, but play restart with Senegal now attacking from the left hand side. Sadio Mane drops it for Diop. Back to Sadio Mane. Tries to beat 1-2, but too many touches and loses possession to Morocco. Morocco have given it away straight back to Senegal. And Ndiaye, we've not seen much from Ndiaye so far in this game. He's a very tricky and very good player. Morocco needs to watch out for him there. But that was a very good defending there from Israwi, the Manchester United defender there, by stopping Clement Ndiaye, the Evertonian. So Senegal back in possession now with Gray. Drops it back for Sa. Who finds Niakite. Back to his defensive partner there, Sa. Send it back to the goalkeeper, Edward Mendy. Mendy still with possession for Senegal. And send it back to find Niakite. Niakite will send the ball back to Sa. Back to Niakite. Drops it for Idris again. And Morocco we attack now after Senegal losing possession. Could this be the first goal for Morocco? Oh my goodness! Morocco couldn't convert. Saibari. Edouard Mendy coming big from Morocco, Senegal there to deny Morocco from scoring the first goal. But it looks like that should be an offside. I don't think it would have counted. And I think the whistle have gone because that pass, Saibari was in an offside position. But Morocco, Senegal needs to be very careful. Losing the ball in a dangerous possession there. And look at how fast the Moroccans were attacking immediately. But though they couldn't convert. But the last man ordered the signal for offside. So play will restart with Senegal back in possession again. Diouf now in possession for Senegal. Send a long one there, try to find Sadio Mane, headed back by Hakimi, but Senegal will lose possession, so he's going to be throwing to Morocco. And Morocco will start play with Hakimi now back in possession for Morocco. Send a long one there, try to find Ekabi. Ekabi will flick it down, but Senegal will win possession and give it back to Morocco. And start the Morocco now who are in possession. Send it long one there, try to find Saibari and head it down, finding Ekabi, but he goes down. The referee says play on. Senegal who are now in possession back, running down the midfield, and it goes down there. Pepe Gui, yeah. Pepe Gui going down there. The referee says it's going to be free kick to Senegal. And you can see the former Arsenal manager, the legendary Arsenal manager, Arsene Wenger, in the stand there looking on, representing FIFA, one of the FIFA delegates to this final. So Senegal back in possession with Niakite. Drops it into the midfield to find Idrissa Gana Gui. Roll it back to Pepe Gui. It's Senegal who are in possession. Antoine Mendy will send the ball back to find the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. Finds Niakite to Diouf. And Diouf will send a long one, but will be headed back into the midfield by Ashraf Hakimi. And the number 24 jersey for Morocco will go down, and will be yellow card has been shown by the referee there. We just have to confirm he's picking up the yellow card. I think it will be the number 8 jersey. Yeah. The number 8 jersey for Senegal picking up that yellow card there. But that was a very, very dangerous tackle from Kamara there. So free kick to to Morocco. So player restart with Morocco taking a short one there. Still Morocco in possession. Finds Mazraoui, who send it back to the defender Messina, to the goalkeeper Bono, and Bono will find Haggard back to the goalkeeper. So Morocco in possession. And a long one there, try to find a Kabi, but Edward Mendy will pick that one up easily for Senegal. The goalkeeper will drop that one down for Nyakite. Finds Pepper Gui there. And a long one there, try to find Sadio Mane. So far, we've not seen much from Nicholas Jackson in this game, including in Iliman Ndiaye. We expect a lot from those players, but Saibari now attacking now for Morocco. Send a true pass there, but the Senegalese defender was, alert to that one and quickly, cover up, and the goalkeeper take a touch to find the Akite there. Senegal were back in possession with Idrissa Ganagui, and he drops one now to find Antoine and Elema Ndiaye there. Nicholas Jackson rather a cross into the box there, but Senegal, the Moroccans will disrupt that pass, but Senegal will pick up possession again with Diop. Finds Sadio Mane. Still with Mane, and it goes down. I think the referee says it's going to be a free kick to Senegal. Ekanous, the culprit there. Bringing down Sadio Mane. So it's going to be a free kick to Senegal. You can see Senegal, the big guys into the into the box 10 of Morocco there. Amara and Diop standing on this one. And you can see the Democratic Republic of Congo referee having a word with Idrissa Ganagui here. And the Senegalese put in a very good ball, and he sent one into, but that was a terrible free kick from the from Kamara there. Send that one out. It's going to be goal kick to Senegal. And you could see in the stand the former Senegalese manager, the man that helped them to leave the last Nations Cup they won there. So player restart with Senegal, Morocco starting replay. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? So Senegal were back in possession again, but lose it to Morocco. So it's Morocco turn now to attack. And joining me in the studio is Doc. Doc, you are welcome to this AFCON final.
Thank you, Paulo. Thank you for holding brief on this wonderful occasion of the end game of the AFCON. Today seemed to mark the last of this one-month-old tournament in the African continent. We've seen African nations battle themselves, and good evening, viewers, and good day to you all wherever you are around the globe. My name is Yinka Adegbuye. Our friends call me the Doc around here. And we're on to Premier Sports Fan Center. We're running the show, and Apollo has been holding brief. He has been taking us through this match between Morocco and Senegal in the final of the African Cup of Nations finals. And today is the last day of this, and the winner of these two sides will go home with a bountiful gift. They will be going home tonight with what separates losers from winners, which is the trophy, the accolade, the most coveted country or national tournament in Africa, the most coveted silverware for every country in this part of the globe. And we have about 48 nations or 58 nations of Africa fighting for this. Right now we have just two who are in the game to decide who goes on Apollo. So far so good. How do you rate these two sides? Let's take it from Morocco first.
Well, Morocco, they've not been very, very comfortable despite playing at home. The Senegalese have been, all over them right from the start of the whistle. But Moroccans, they've had, one or two, opportunity to go forward. But to me, I think they are still struggling. It's just the home, probably, the support that they're enjoying is from the home crowd there, because you could see a lot of Moroccans filling the 68,000 capacity stadium to cheer the team on. But so far, they've not really, get to full jet in this game. So, but for the Senegal, they've been the better side. If you ask me, in this game, they've created a lot of chances, but they've not been able, to put anyone at the back of the net. Going forward, you could see what they want to do, and but. It's just the final touches that has been letting them down so far in this game.
Right, so we have the best two sides in Africa, and invariably FIFA ratings, Morocco #1 in Africa, and followed by Senegal. Yeah. And what is this a coincidence, or is this how it should be?
Well, it's if you go by the FIFA ranking, I think this is how it should be, because according to FIFA, they agree that both Morocco and Senegal are the two best teams in Africa. But some other countries in Africa will say no, our nations or our team are better than these ones. But according to FIFA, and FIFA is the final say, the world, the overall. So I think if you go by that, I think this what you should be getting, having the two best teams going head to head against each other.
Right, so for the sake of our viewers who don't know what FIFA is, it is the Federation of International Football Association. It's actually in French, but that is the English version. And this is African football, organized by the Confederation of African Football, which is the African equivalent of what UEFA is to Europe, as well as what CONMEBOL is to South America. So as it is right here, according to Paulo, Senegal seem to be having an edge over Morocco in this encounter. But Morocco has a chance now with a cross, and a spot kick has been taken, which went wayward just at the far end of the post. And you can see Eze Abdi, the former Barcelona Youth Academy, Barcelona athletic player, who applies his trade somewhere in Spain right now. I think he plays for Betis or Sociedad. And he's here for Morocco, playing his trade here with Hakimi, the PSG maestro, the wonderful left back, and the current African footballer of the year. That's Hakimi right there for Morocco. We have superstars in this side. I mean, on these two sides, we have Sadio Mane, who is a two-time African footballer of the year, also on the field of play, as well as other players who will have come close. We have Mendy here. We have a good number of players. I think you have some defenders here also who are super stars in the world club football, but are also plying their trades for either Senegal or Morocco. And as it is, we have Sarr here. Mr. Sarr is here. Wonderful player. You have Jackson here, the wonderful dancer for Chelsea a few years ago, and who is now plying his trade somewhere in Bayern Munich in Germany. And we also have Mazuri here, who is a Man United player, also playing for Morocco right there. And so we have quite a number, and we also have Diaz in front there, doing his thing, trying to go through for his side. So as it is right now, the game is still level. It is 0-0, and the time spent is already 34 minutes. We're already at the 34th minute of the encounter. right now between Morocco and Senegal. The final of the African Cup of Nations final 2025-2026. So as the game is going, I want predictions. Can you put in your predictions on our page, our YouTube page? Just tell us what side will likely come out. Make a prediction. Will it be Morocco? Will it be Senegal? Put your predictions on the page, YouTube page or Facebook page of Premier Sports Fan Center. Join us in this conversation and then put something there and tell us why you think either Morocco or Senegal will come out tops in this encounter. And if you can go ahead and predict the number of goals that will score, that will even be a better thing to celebrate. We're going to read it out and celebrate you right here in the studios, or the next time we come in, especially perhaps for our end of week sports edition of
Sports, yeah.
of Talk Sport. We could have your predictions displayed there if we don't get to do it tonight. But please go ahead, put something on our page for this match and let's know your opinion and what you feel. Well, there's a chance here for Morocco, but the defender, the Senegalese defender, was right here in hand to take Kimi out from getting a touch on that ball right there. So, Paulo, as it is, do you think these goalkeepers have work to do here today? Because I don't think they've made much attempts on the goalkeepers.
Yeah, so far I think it's the only save we've seen in this game has gone the way of the Morocco goalkeeper, Yassine Bono. But you can see both goalkeepers are very, very experienced goalkeeper. Edouard Mendy is a Champions League winner with Chelsea, while Yassine Bono also won, I think, the Europa League several times with Sevilla. Sevilla before moving to the Saudi Arabia. And both goalkeepers, I think they play their trade in the Saudi Arabia League presently, and they're very, very good goalkeepers. So it's going to take a very special strike to beat either of these goalkeepers.
Right, so the goalkeepers are good keepers, but they are both on leave in this encounter. Just one shot, one save so far. And it so happens that so far so good. The players are still respecting. Don't you think the respect here is just too much? They're playing too cautiously. Nobody wants to concede a goal. You're keeping your midfield really tight and ensuring that if you can't score, you're not going to concede. I think Morocco is playing more on the side of defense than attack here.
I don't think both teams are respecting it. You see that you are trying to match each other pound for pound, but you could see the strength of the Senegalese, out muzzling the Moroccans. But despite that, both teams, they've not been able to put in a decent ball into the box 18. We saw the last free Moroccans took there. That was Senegalese took for them to put ball into the box. That's why we've not seen much from in this game. But this could be the first goal in this game. Oh my goodness!
What a loss! What a loss! Ishiru, he's lost there. He had a chance to take Senegal up by one goal, and that player, what's his name now? Ndiaye just bottled a beautiful chance.
That was a very good save from the
Morocco. The keeper sprawled himself on the floor. Ndiaye tried playing it well, but a little height elevation could have done better for that kind of kick rather than play it on the floor when the keeper is all lying down and giving you so much respect. As it is now, a corner kick has been awarded to Senegal, and the Senegalese are there toggling in the 18-yard, but the Moroccans not go grief for anybody this time around. They push the ball out and push the players with them. They're not going to spare either of them. If you can't get the ball, make sure you get the player. And now the game continues with Senegal making another attempt here. A longish ball down to the right side, and Ndiaye will go back there trying to make another attempt. He looks forward. What is he going to do? Passes back to his teammate who continues playing the center. I think that's Gueye there, and they're moving the ball in the center, and they keep moving, trying to find a way to penetrate the defense of the Moroccans right there. And for me tonight, who do you think is going to shine brighter, Hakimi or Mane?
Well, you look at this game, we've seen a lot from Sadio Mane. He has been fouled several times, and you could see him trying to, make things happen for Senegal. He's the biggest name for the Senegalese in this game. You could see.
Wow, that's Sadio Mane doing beautifully well, but he's been brought down by the Moroccans, and the referee says there's no infringement, but and the referee gives a foul eventually to the Moroccans. The Moroccans are hosting this and they are trying to host to win it. I remember the encounter against Nigeria, between them and Nigeria, how it all went. I think Morocco was the dominant side in that game, but a bad loss at the penalty kick shootout for Nigeria gave the Moroccans a win, because it could have gone either way. But they did pretty well to contain the Nigerian attack in that game, and they played much more decisively against Nigeria. So I think if you look at it critically, they deserve to be here. What do you think? Morocco with a corner kick, and the header will take the ball out into the midfield, and Morocco will try again and do something. Oh, beautiful movement from Eze Abdi. And what does it do? Oh, cross for Morocco, a chance for Morocco, and it's just gone into touch for a goal kick to Senegal. Senegal will restart. Eze Abdi ruin his loss there, and he's just so disappointed at that. He had a head to it, but it wasn't good enough to get it behind the cross line and into the goal. And oh no, that was so close. And I'm sure the Moroccans and the capacity they have in the stadium are shouting it out against everybody right now. And the referee just warned Mendes for something. We're not very sure of what is being won for here, but we can see Nicholas Jackson also taking a rebuttal from the referee right there, and the referee saying, take the free kick and let's continue the game. You don't have much to complain about. You've been lucky. That could have been the first goal. Now take it out and let's continue the game. And Senegal will have to restart the game from the goal kick spot, and a shot has been taken to the midfield. Oh yes, Senegal has been has been penalized with a foul right there. Morocco will restart the game with a spot kick, a set piece right there on their own half. There was a free kick awarded to them against Sadio Mane, who contested an area ball with one of the defenders, and possibly the referee adjudged it as having an advantage over the Moroccan. And the free kick has been taken and game has restarted. A lot of things have been said about this game. Now look at the trend. Let's take a look at the trend in African football for the past two editions of AFCON. The last time AFCON was hosted in Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivorians won the game. And now Morocco is hosting the game. A lot of people are saying, look, if Morocco should host the game, win the game, this would not be a good thing for African football, as it seemed like you have to host it to win it, and it doesn't look like it's fair enough. What's your opinion on that, Paulo?
I don't think I don't agree with that. But I think Morocco winning, it shows that they've been. You look at Morocco performance in this competition; they've been very, very good. I know a lot of people will say the referee has been in the probably on their side, especially Nigerian fans, because you look at the last, the semi-final, a lot of decision went in their way. But despite that, I don't think Nigeria deserve any, to win that game based on performance. But if you ask me, we saw Ivory Coast winning the last one. I think during the group stage, Ivory Coast they didn't win any of their games, but they managed to get to the next round and eventually going all the way to the final and winning. But this time it's different because Morocco actually had about 7 points, if I'm correct, from their group, and they won their round of 16 and quarter-final game, till they get to the semi-final. So I don't think it's about you hosting it before winning it. It's about you playing well, which I don't think Morocco have done have done bad in this competition. They've been very good also, and it will be, if they win it, it means that they will be the second country, consecutively to host it and win it.
Yeah, they might be the second nation to host and win in a row, and that he's been criticized by a lot of fans. Football fans are saying that is not right and that shouldn't be. What that means is that there must be some foul play going on there. But when it deserved that a team deserving of it wins it, even when they are hosting, I don't think there should be a controversy. And we saw the match between Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire in the final of AFCON 2023, played in 2024. And you and I can tell that Nigeria actually played below par to Cote d'Ivoire in that game.
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire was actually the better team in that encounter.
Yeah, they were the better team. You could see them. They wanted to win the game, and they did everything they could to win the game. And rightfully so, they win it. And unlike Nigeria, there was constantly. I don't know. Maybe it's as a result of the host country. I think the last Nations Cup. That was Nigeria actually got. We came second, and we were beaten by the host country. This edition also we were knocked out by the host nation. I think Nigeria have issue whenever we meet the host nations. It's not always easy when we meet them. I could remember, I think there was one Nations Cup again. South Africa actually defeated us. I think it was South Africa that hosted that one also, but South Africa did not win it. But if you ask me, Ivory Coast did everything right in that game to win it.
Right, so Ivory Coast did everything right and they deservedly won that encounter. And as it is, Sadio Mane just had a chance. He dribbled one, but he couldn't put his leg to it before the defender of Morocco had his foot to it and kicked that out for a corner kick advantage Senegal. And everybody set in the 18-yard of Morocco, the host country. Morocco has to defend this with a last-stage effort. As you can see, all the tall guys from Senegal, Makate, Massar, and the rest of them, Diaye, all of them in the 18, looking hungry and looking for goal. They want to draw blood right here. The gladiators are right there in front of the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper is just hoping they will successfully defend this set piece from the corner side. And standing on that set piece is a left footer who is poised to take that corner kick. But a Moroccan defender just went down and the referee had to intervene. In that tussle between the Senegalese and the Moroccan. But play will resume with a corner kick which is about to be taken, and that's Jackson giving them problem. Standing, trying to get closer and closer to the goalkeeper to distract him, and the corner will come in, and the ball drops, but it's only the leg of the white-colored, white uniform boys, the Moroccans, that got to it first. And the Moroccans also have the ball. They have a chance at counter-attack with Brahim moving forward and sending the ball to the midfield. Brahim right here plays for Real Madrid right there in Spain. And the ball comes back to the midfield. And Morocco will try to play the ball away. Still on Brahim. And he continues to boss that center. And right now, the ball has come back and is looking for Hakimi from the right side. But the ball will come back to the defense line. And we return to the number 3 man who will try and move the ball forward. So let's take a look at what's been going on in this game. According to the statistics of the game so far, we have expected goals here. XG reading 0.53 for Senegal and 0.07 for Morocco. Ball possession has been 53% in favor of Senegal and 47% for Morocco right there. And we got 3 shots from Morocco and 2 from Senegal and 2 from Morocco right there. We also have 2 shots on target for Senegal and none for Morocco. The goalkeeper on this side, Bono, has had to save 2 clean chances, and Morocco has Senegal with a chance right now. Ndiaye running at the goal. What does he do? The ball comes to the Moroccan. But there was a wall of defense right there. The wall will stop the ball. They pack the balls right there, and they stop the right away. Now Morocco with a chance and a chance to run a counter. Morocco has a chance here. A shot will come. defended and blocked by the Senegalese wall as well. You had 6 players already in the defense of Senegal. Everybody is just making sure that, look, let's just respect ourselves and keep these guys and the ball away from our goal area. We don't want to know if our goalkeeper is very, very good. Let's just leave things the way they are. And the game will continue play. And the corner kick has been awarded to Morocco right there. And the players are waiting to take that shot. It's just been from one goal post to another. What a frenzy. This is just so much drama right here in this encounter. And I see so much hunger. How do you think Moroccans will feel to lose this game? When was the last time they picked the AFCON anyway?
It's been long. I think the last time.
1988 or something?
I think it's been more than. In fact, I can't remember the last time they got to the final.
Because I know they hosted it in 88. Morocco 88 and Nigeria played in the final against, I think, Ghana.
Yeah, they didn't get to the final. I think it's been more than probably more than 4 decades now. They've been
picked the trophy.
Final, yeah. So so far, I think it's going to be a very devastating blow for them if they can't win it. Because you look at Morocco, they've been on the rise in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years now. We saw them going as far as to the semi-final
of the World Cup and getting to the third place final.
Yeah, and they've been on the alright. So it's if they could win this thing, it means that there's actually progress in what they are doing right now. But if they lose it, I think it might really affect the confidence of the national team. But let's see if they can go ahead and win it. But I just hope the better team win it. If either of them win it, definitely mean it's going. The better team actually won.
Right, so as it is right now, we think that the better team should win this encounter. That is Morocco or Senegal. Whoever plays better and is luckier should get the trophy tonight. And for both sides, according to Polo, Moroccans might be disappointed, especially the young Moroccan team that has been doing pretty well recently, playing the World Cup and making Africa shine. Playing in the final of the World Cup final, in the 3rd place final. That was a record achievement by any African nation at the World Cup, and Morocco just laid that example, and it's there for the whole of Africa to beat. Unfortunately, Nigeria won't be there contesting in the coming season to try and even equal that record, unless a miracle happens from FIFA concerning the petition given by Nigeria Football Federation concerning the fielding of illegible players of the Congo Democratic Republic, which may give Nigeria a chance, just a very small leeway of qualifying for that Mundial coming up later in the year. 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup, the biggest tournament on the planet, the biggest and most respected football competition on the planet. But that is not going to happen until June, and we wait for that. We wait for FIFA to decide whether Nigeria will be going to represent the playoffs from Africa, or Congo Democratic will continue to go as they have edged out Nigeria via penalty shootout in that playoff that was taken in Africa. So as it is right now, the game has moved into halftime, and the players have been returned into the dressing room. They're listening to their referees and their coaches and their managers right now. They're trying to take corrections, and they're trying to see what can be done in this encounter.
That is why the XG is very, very low.
Right, so that is why the XG is pretty low at the Moroccan side. And as it looks, we're taking a quick look at some of the top players in these teams. Let's take a look at the top players in Morocco. We have Mazuri, the defender for Manchester United here with a 7.9 rating so far, and followed by Bono, the goalkeeper, with 7.3 rating over 10, and Hakimi with 7.1 rating over 10 in this encounter. Those are the top 3 ranked Moroccans in this encounter. And taking a look at the Senegalese. The Senegalese, as it looks right now, we have the highest rated Senegalese being Niakate, a defender with 6.9. They off also 6.8, and Ayoni with 6.8 over 10 in rating. As it is right now, this is not looking very, very good for the Sadio Mane, who is rated at 6.6, and Edward Mendy, the goalkeeper, at 6.6 over 10. So in these ratings now, it's obvious that the Moroccans are better individually. At least 3 or 4 Moroccans are pulling all the weight, while the superstars of the Senegal side are yet to show much of their presence. We'll see 1 or 2 flashes of movement from Sadio Mane, but that neither has produced either an assist or has he produced a cross that was even attacked for a goal, but a little dancing here and there, and none has produced even a shot at the goalkeeper, and his rating is still pretty low at 6.6 as it is. If he continues like this, Hakimi might still go ahead and become the man of this match if this ratings at the end of first half will carry into second half, and should any side win, he may just be the man of this match as it is, and he will actually be proving something, won't he?
Yeah, he has a lot to prove to help his nation. I think he's the biggest name on paper for Morocco, current African player of the year. But so far, remember coming into this wasn't fit. I think he game, gradual game, but so far, final, yeah, fantastic job.
Now, taking a look at some of the analysis, the technical analysis of this game so far. The way Morocco is playing here, it looks like they're playing a high press against the Senegalese, and they're not allowing the Senegalese to move, let's say from 20-something minutes upward. They're not allowing the Senegalese freedom to move out of their penalty area to attack Morocco, because you could see about 4 players coming into the area of Senegal, from the goalkeeper to the side backs. They're trying to plug all the passing points and doing a high press there. Do you think that could be responsible, or that can produce the first goal in this game?
I'm really the quickly closing down whoever is with the ball. So I think it's when you do that, you don't give your opponent time or space to execute their plans. So it makes it difficult for the opponent there. And if you can manage to get the ball from the opponent, and you can easily get a goal from there. But so far it hasn't really worked. And for Morocco and for Senegal also, they've been doing the same thing. Both set of players have been burning a lot of fat in this game. So they're making a lot of runs, try to close down their markers. We've not seen too many spaces or chances being created. Apart from that one we saw from Iliman Ndiaye there. That if not for the goalkeeper, that could have been the goal. So I think in the second half, that kind of marking we see continue.
Right, so in the second half we expect this kind of pattern, high pressure marking, high line marking to continue from both sides, and whichever side can do it better may just take the advantage. Let's take a look at the head-to-head of these two sides for in AFCON or wherever. Head-to-head, Senegal against Morocco here. So Senegal has played Morocco how many times now? All right, Morocco has played Senegal on the following dates. 2025 in August, Morocco winning Senegal by 2-1. And in the year 2020, the year of the COVID, in October precisely, Morocco also defeating Senegal 3-1 right there. And 2012 in the month of May, Morocco losing to Senegal by 0-1. And 2011 in November, in the month of September 2011, Senegal losing again to Morocco 0-2. Senegal, yeah, losing to Morocco 0-2 right there. And in 2007, November 2007 precisely, Morocco beating Senegal 3-0. And so Morocco has 3 wins here against Senegal's 2 wins in the last 5 encounters that they have played. And today may just make either equality or give Morocco an edge, because Morocco already has an
I think
edge.
Morocco has a 4 win in the last 5 games, and Senegal have winning only one, just that 1 goal.
Okay,
that was in
sorry,
2012.
Morocco has 4 wins against Senegal's 1. So Morocco actually, based on head-to-head, has been the better side, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, and 2-1, with Senegal only winning once, and that was 1-0. So based on head-to-head, I think the Moroccans have a mental edge over the Senegalese.
Yeah.
Aside that, they are hosting the game, and they have 60-something thousand fans on that field tonight. Excuse me. And you know what the fans can bring to play? They are actually the third official in this game. Any small contact or any small touch on any of their players, they echo it out so loud the referee wouldn't have a choice. Louder even than the referee's whistle. And with the referees also being careful about not making errors, I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on them, and the fans may just have the better of the referees based on their noise and their agitations. But as it is right now, the game is still on halftime, and taking a look at the head-to-head, can Senegal change this thing tonight?
Well, it's possible. It's football, and you look at there's a pattern because the last 4 wins that Morocco actually got, they've gone ahead and scored more than at least 2 goals or more in those games. While the last time Senegal defeated Morocco, they only scored 1 goal. So we could still get that, that in the second half. But like you said, the head-to-head actually favors Morocco, and given the fact that they are at home, I think they will be banking on that. But if you ask the bookmakers, they will tell you that the favorite for this final is actually Senegal, and that's why if you look at the odds, it's the chances of Morocco winning Senegal is actually slim. But the head-to-head is saying something different. But I think overall in the last 3-4 years, I think Morocco they've actually been better than Senegal. But you look at Senegal, I understand the reason why the bookmakers are tipping them to win it, because you look at Morocco players, Senegalese players, they are very, very good, and their players play for top teams across Europe. Same also for the Moroccan team. Also, you look at the Moroccan team, they have quality and top players also, but they just felt that Senegal might be having the upper hand. But the head-to-head is actually saying another thing entirely.
All right, so as it is, I think there's a little correction we need to make here, because the odds seem to have changed from what you saw at the start of the game. The odds are now higher for Morocco to win.
That means the favorite is the Senegal.
The favorites are the Moroccans. You can see odd of 4.1 on Senegal side and 2.2 on Morocco side. So the odds are actually in favor of Morocco to win right now. 4.1 from some bets, I won't mention their name now. About 4 or 5 betting bookmakers have given it to Morocco right there. 4.11 to 2.2, 4.3 to 2.3, 3.8 to 2.3, 4.05 to 2.3, and 4.0 to 2.2. All in favor of Morocco to win this. As it is. Perhaps the odds change after some time. But I think actually, if you ask me, I will give the odds to Morocco to win this.
Yeah, based on probably the head-to-head and playing at home.
The head-to-head.
Because and one other
home advantage.
Home advantage, and a recent record or history of host countries getting to the final and winning it.
Right. So as it is right now, we are still saddled with a 0-0 scoreline which we have to endure until one of them can do something fantastic to change the face of the scoreboard, while the scoreboard has to painstakingly accommodate the 0-0 that Nigeria and Egypt played for the first 90 minutes of yesterday's third place final encounter, before the referee decided that we go straight into penalty takeout. Penalty kicks and penalty shootouts was taken, and Nigeria edged out Egypt by 4-2 in that penalty shootout in the third place final played yesterday, January the 18th of 2026. Nigeria winning the trophy again for the third place, making their number 9 third place in history of African football. Concerning that, Nigeria, some people tag Nigeria third place hero.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, there's no nation or country that has won the third place more than Nigeria. You know, whenever they get to that stage, they usually they usually win it. And you know, if anybody calls Nigeria that, I think the person is right, because you look at it, Nigeria have won more third place than even the what they call it, the second place. And also, we've only won the Nations Cup, I think, 3 times. So we've won the third place 9 times. So I think Nigeria is the best third place team in Africa when it comes to African Cup of Nations.
African Cup of Nations, yes, Nigeria is the best third place nation in Africa, winning the third place 9 times in the history of AFCON, and winning second place only 4 times, and winning the trophy itself 3 times. And so far, you see, Nigeria has been the most decorated podium nation in AFCON. In other words, Nigeria have been on the podium most times than any other country.
Yeah, we've always
having been there about 16 or 17 times in the history.
Yeah, and yes,
either as first or second or third.
Yeah, we've always at least get to the podium more. And you know, it shows how good we are, but always running out of luck when it matters most. You know, getting to the final or in the final. So luck has not always shined, you know, against Nigeria in the final or getting into the final. But when it comes to, you know, at least not going home empty-handed like that, we used to say in Nigeria, at all, nah, bad pass. That's what we usually
Yeah,
go
so
for.
at all, nah, we don't want to. So Nigeria no go green for Egypt. And as it is, I think Nigeria's rating should go up after this tournament with FIFA. Don't you think so?
Yeah, definitely, because you look at Nigeria, the only we were beaten, and the only loss we lost
Was that
in the 90th minute
semi-final?
It was a penalty shootout, and I think I don't think based on point, I've gathered more point than Nigeria at this outcome. So you know, at least our ranking should, you know, go higher, but I don't think we'll still go higher than both Senegal and
I don't think we will, because presently Nigeria is about the 5th rated nation in Africa.
Probably we can go as
higher than Egypt.
Higher than Egypt.
We should be able to climb
Maybe
over
third
Egypt,
or 4th, at least climb
over Cote d'Ivoire. And especially if Nigeria could get a chance to play in the final playoff happening in Mexico soon, for the final playoff for the World Cup. Nigeria evolves. Nigeria should also rise in Africa. And you know, we're looking at a situation where Nigerian football Super Eagles can actually rise again to be number 1 in Africa, as it was in 1994 when Nigeria was the undisputable best in Africa.
Not just 1994. I think about some few years.
2013
back,
as well.
We were still rated,
it happened
one
after 2013. Nigeria was rated the best. But in 1994, Nigeria had the highest rating in African football and the highest rating in FIFA.
Yeah, I think
because Nigeria was number 5.
Number 5, yeah, in the FIFA.
In 1994.
That was the best era of the Nigerian football. And I think I won't say we didn't manage everything properly well, because we've not fallen too far when it comes to African football. But on the world stage, that is where I think we've completely dive, because right now I think we are in between almost 40 the last time I saw the FIFA ranking, if not more. So a lot needs to be done, and I think based on our performance at the last Nations Cup, you could see there's a progress, from the Super Eagles team. But if we do not go to the World Cup, I think that will be another setback for the Super Eagles.
Right, so as it is right now, the game has restarted in the second half, and the game is going again towards, and the Moroccans with a chance. Morocco still has a chance, but a corner kick has been given. That was an intervention from Diop, one of the defenders of Senegal, right there, just putting his head, stopping the attack of Morocco from dumping that ball in their goal net right there. So Hakimi will stand on the ball, Ashraf Hakimi, to take the corner kick from the right side of the field. He takes a beautiful corner kick, and no, there was no connecting header right there, and the ball just goes astray while the defenders will try to build it up. Number 11 right there, sending the ball across the goal area back to Hakimi. What does he do? He tries to connect, but the Senegalese man, Sadio Mane, was on hand to knock that into touch, and Hakimi will go back to that spot trying to take it again. So back to Nigerian rating. Nigeria is sitting 38 in world football.
Almost 40.
Number 38 in world football. And let's see, a corner kick comes, Morocco with a chance. Morocco still teasing Senegal around there, and a shot blocked by the Senegalese defender. So Nigeria sitting number 38 in world football, and it's a rising position because Nigeria was way lower than this. I think 47 at the last ranking just before then, and they're now 38 in world football. And let me just take a look at Nigeria's present ranking in Africa, and let's see what the AFCON can actually do to a ranking. Now, for some people who don't understand how the rankings work, the rankings actually give you an edge when it comes to pooling and tournaments and what's it called, seeding.
Yes.
So the higher your ranking, the better your chances of being seeded above others. Better your ranking of being seeded. So as it is right now, the top rated African players or African nations are in this order. The top 10, number 10 is sitting South Africa, and they are 57th globally. South Africa is 57, and Mali comes next, number 9, sitting 54th globally. Cameroon at number 8, sitting 51st position. And Tunisia at number 7 at the 49th position globally. And Ivory Coast will sit in number 45 globally and number 6 in Africa. Nigeria is sitting on the 5th position, number 5 in Africa, and the 38th position in world ranking. And Egypt is sitting at number 4 at the 35th position in global ranking. Algeria is sitting number 3, 34th globally. I think Nigeria should be able to cross Algeria and Egypt after this tournament, and then sitting in number 2 comfortably, and the 18th global position. That's beautiful, considering that we have about 200 and something footballing nations in the world, and you see Morocco sitting at the 18th position. That's so beautiful. I mean, Senegal 18th position and 2nd in Africa, and then Morocco 11th position globally. That's a beautiful rating, and I think that's wonderful for African football.
I don't think that's wonderful. I think African football should be aiming to do better than that. Like we talked about Nigeria when in '95 when we were 50. I think it's
just
right time
38th in the world.
Yeah,
but we have Senegal in 18. We have Morocco at 11th. in the world.
I think we should be having at least a country from into the top 10, if not. But Morocco, edging closer to that. If they can leave this Nations Cup, I think they'll definitely break into the top 10.
But just before then, Nigeria didn't have any nation in the top 15. They didn't have any nation in the top 15 before this ranking. They moved up to 11. This was
Africa.
Yes.
Africa
didn't have any nation in
the
top 15.
Had, after the World Cup, when Morocco got to the.
That's when they lifted Morocco to 11th. Before then, we didn't have any in top 15. So it's actually an elevation of what or where we were before then. These are notable changes. Let me read these notable changes out to you. Morocco has consistently maintained its position as a top team in Africa, showcasing strong performances throughout the year. Senegal remains a close second, reflecting its competitive stature in African football. Algeria and Egypt have also solidified their places in top 4, while Nigeria, who has faced more challenges, actually dropped to 5th place. But I think that is going to change after this Mondial. And the Ivory Coast has seen a decline as well, dropping to 6th after a less favorable performance in recent matches. This ranking reflects the competitive nature of African football as teams prepare for various tournaments and qualifiers. Okay, so this ranking was done a couple of months ago, and in a couple of months or a couple of weeks to come, we expect FIFA to come up with something else, a more recent ranking for African football. But sitting at number 5 for Nigeria, I think that's fair enough for Africa. But we can actually move to number 3, and we can even challenge number 1 and 2 in the course of the World Cup. Should that little chance be taken to qualify for the playoff and to do something good at the World Cup forthcoming. So far so good. The game is still on. Players are still tugging at themselves. You see so much pulling and pushing and stepping over, and no one wants to grieve for the other one on this game between the final. This is the AFCON final 2025 2026, and in this encounter, Senegal is facing Morocco at the final with Senegal. Jackson will cross right there. The ball will another cross will come in from Senegal, and chance for Senegal, but was blocked for a corner kick. Sadio Mane still not getting through. He's still not getting his core play and passes through to the right man. He was looking for Jackson right there, but the ball wouldn't go through. I guess he moved the ball a little bit too short. The defenders had their bodies to it, but the ball touched his hand. And I think Mane was saying that, look, there was a handball right there, but the ball hit the player on his body before was ricocheted to his hand. And I don't think that's a penalty.
No, I don't think that should be brought to and so I don't think that would be a penalty. And I think the VAR have checked, and there's nothing there, so it's going to be a corner kick rather to Senegal.
Yeah, the corner kick is going to be taken by the Senegalese, and he sent one in right there where the Senegalese trying to do a backflip. They're trying to do a backflip, but a goalkeeper Bono was right in hand right there to pick the ball up, and he will send the longish one to the midfield, and the game continues. Morocco trying to bust the midfield once again and trying to pass the ball around, looking for a chance to penetrate the defense of the Senegalese team. But it's pretty tight right there because 10 Senegalese are behind the ball. All 10 Senegalese are behind the ball right there, with Jackson doing so much press in front. And now Morocco has a chance, and a cross, and a chance for Morocco. And oh my goodness, that was a bad miss. Oh my goodness, that was a chance 1v1 with the goalkeeper and El Kami, the front man, the attacker for Morocco, just pushed that a little bit too far to the left. It was just a few inches to the left. He actually turned his body all the way out. He could have just saved a little something, but that was because of Mendy's pressure. Mendy came out and put so much pressure on the attacker, who was not able to control. How do you see that?
Well,
that kind of attack.
I think Akabi should be putting down at the back of the net there, and that was a very good pass there from Canoes to find him. But Kalbi should be doing better. A player of his stature should be doing better. I just hope they will not regret that miss. El Kabi, he plays for what they call Olympiacos in Greece, in the Greek league, and a player like him should be putting down at the back of the net there. But that was a very good play also from the goalkeeper. Mendy, same making himself big there, and Kabi couldn't put down at the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a very, very beautiful move from Morocco, and it was from a counter. It was from turning defense to attack right there. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 passes, and they were facing the goalkeeper of the Senegalese team right there, and almost getting one into the net. I think Senegal has to learn something from here, because so much control with Senegal, so much possession, but nothing reasonable. And that was actually the first Moroccan shot a goal, and it wasn't even a goal, it was still off target. But that was a beautiful chance that should have been converted to a goal.
At least hit the target.
Should have been converted or hit the target. Yes, let the goalkeeper save it, and then we can say, that was a save. And Senegal wow, that was a beautiful move from the Senegalese player right there, but that was well tackled by Sabari of Morocco, the player that was making that dance move. The ball has come now for a throw into Senegal. Senegal will throw quickly, and they will walk in a hurry. Senegal wouldn't want this match to go into injury time or extra time, as Morocco seem to have mastered the aspect of winning from penalty spot, as they did against Nigeria. The cross comes in for Senegal, but it was just too high for Jackson to nod, and Jackson will just look helplessly right there and walks away from the goal area. The ball has gone into touch for a goal kick for Morocco right there, and that was a replay of the missed chance by El Kabi, and Sabari just watches behind him, and you can see the anguish on El Kabi face, and El Kabi not only the one with the anguish, but also the fans, all of them holding their faces and heads, and squeezing it so tight as if they want to drop one goal out of it. But it's not going to happen. You have to put the ball in the net to get a goal, not by squeezing your head or your face. And the game continues now. Full capacity stadium, about 68,000 people attendance of this game, and this is wonderful for Africa. But we're talking about the attendance at this Mondial and the kind of stadiums that were provided by Morocco. Don't you think at this point, because before this tournament started, we actually envisaged that Morocco was going to be a great host, and now at the end of this tournament, how do you assess that technically?
Well, they've been a great host. You could see they've given us a beautiful stadium. We've not had any nation, unlike in the past. When you hear teams complain about the pitch, or you understand. But at the beginning of the Nations Cup, the spectators, I mean the crowd, the fans were not really coming in. But as the game progresses, you could see the stadium started getting full. And this is the final. Playing against the host nation. And you expect the stadium to be completely sold out, and that is what we are witnessing so far.
Right, so the game has been played up to the 62nd minute, and now Morocco with his chance stealing the ball is number 10 Ibrahim, and he tries to put one across to El Kabi. El Kabi takes a shot and another chance, and boy, Eze Abdi had the opportunity to bury what El Kabi couldn't do, because it was defended by the Senegalese last stage effort right there, but Eze Abdi could not put that across into the net. Rather, he put it across the goal post, and it went into touch for, that should be a goal kick right there to Senegal. Or perhaps he made contact with somebody.
No, I think that should be a goal kick.
It is a goal kick. Hey, oh boy. Oh, chances. Oh, so the Moroccans are knocking on the door. They are knocking at the door of the Senegalese goal. And they're doing this consistently. And the XG has been growing consistently as they do this. Presently, the Moroccan XG has moved up to 0.38, while that of Senegal has dropped to 0.60.
Yeah, and you could see that they're beginning to get into the balls there, and 2 times now they've had the opportunity to put the ball at the back of the net, and both of them are fair to what's his name again, El Kabi. And surprisingly, they've still not been able to get any shot on target in this game. Looking at the last chance, I think Ekabi as in number 9 as a striker there should be doing better there. So so far they've not been able to test the goalkeeper of Senegal, Edward Mendy, in goal. And kudos to the Senegalese defense. You could see how the defender quickly blocked that one to prevent Ekabi from hitting any target there.
Right, so we have the game continuing right there. Everybody trying to get something out of here. The defenders, the players, all trying to push the others so they can have an advantage. And the game is rather pretty intensive right here. All viewers and everyone who paid for this game are getting their money's worth here, because it's been chances to chances, goal to goal, and everyone has been pushing the other front to back and trying to get the better of the opponent. And this is very interesting for African football. I think this is a beautiful final, well deserving for both sides, because both sides keep on playing good football, intercepting every now and then. And now Morocco will have a chance to move forward, and a counter-attack is building. They're cooking from the left to right, and the ball comes to the right now. Brahim over the ball, and Hakimi will go forward. And a cross will come in for Morocco. Oh, that was deflected for a corner kick by Mkate. Mkate sent that one flying, and that was a score play from Ashraf Hakimi right there, who took a dash and a beautiful cross. So if there was a good connection there, we could have been saying something else right now. So a corner kick is going to be taken right there from the right flank of the field, and standing on it will be Ashraf Hakimi to take that shot. What can come out of this? Everybody's anxious. The Moroccans are anxious. The Senegalese are here to defend. They're resistant. And you have two players, Ibrahim and Hakimi. Ibrahim will drop one for Hakimi. Hakimi will cross. And oh boy, there was a connection, a header. But I think the player nodded. Oh my God, the player nodded the Senegalese head. And he actually had a tear on his head right there. And we need it's a medical emergency. The medical emergency because it was a head collision there between the Moroccan who nodded and the Senegalese defender who went on to defend. And we had, I think we had a skin rupture right there with a little bit of plasma showing on the field, and that has been stopped. You can't continue to view that on international scene. The medical team is right there to try and restore the position. Possibly there will be stitches, but definitely you have to stop the blood flow before the game can continue. There is no hurry at all. They need to attend to the player on the floor who is actually bleeding right now from his face, and possibly secured a fracture on his jawbone. Who knows if he may continue the game or if he will be replaced. We'll find out shortly. Or that has led to a medical emergency in the game between Senegal and Morocco. The Senegalese lying on the floor and being attended to by the medical team, while the Senegalese defender is sitting up and holding his head. It was a big collision between their heads, and one head must be stronger than the other one.
I think the Moroccan player actually nodded the head of the Senegalese player, because you could see the Senegalese player headed that one, and the ball should be a corner kick, but that was even the guy was in pain also. Diop there, and you could see the head of Diop there.
Yeah, I think Diop had an advantage because he was also moving. Yeah. He wanted to nod back, while the Moroccan
Senegalese player actually got the ball. It was this, the Moroccan player there, I think, still trying to confirm who that player was. I think it should be Kanous or Ayman, because I think that should be number 24, 23 jersey.
Number 23 or 24.
Yeah,
we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, because the camera is not actually picking up, but there was a lot of blood when immediately after that. So we just hope he's okay and will be able to continue this game.
He should get okay. Even if he's not able to continue the game, he should just be fine. We don't want any casualty from there. It was a very, very terrible collision of heads right there. Look at it again in replay, and it was a serious collision. Both
Yeah,
players,
number 24 jersey.
both players nodding the ball, but the advantage was for the one in front who had his head pushed back while the face of the Moroccan was in the contact, and we know how soft the facial bones and the facial skin is. It just breaks apart on making any small contact, especially around the jaws, and I think that's what is being taken care of. He may secure one or two stitches before anything can happen. It may be taken out, it may be wrapped, but whatever they do, we just pray and hope is fine. And we could see another player getting warmed up, possibly to replace the injured player on the field. Is getting warm. Is warming up right now, trying to get himself ready for the encounter. Possibly wants to replace him, and I don't think he'll be able to continue the game. I think he will be replaced right there, and if that happens, that will be one shortage of change. How about right now? The game is already at the 70th minute, and if there's a change right here, it won't be a bad thing. I think the medical team has arrested the situation. The player is back, sitting up and also complaining and talking. He is also moving around. He will possibly be taken out for a better dressing, but he may continue. Who knows? But we'll find out.
I think it's going to continue. If you see that they put in bandages all over his head, though it might still be withdrawn, but it looks like it might continue, at least for the meantime.
El Ayano, that's his name, El Aina.
Yeah.
Al Ayano is the player, number 24. He has been pulled up to his feet right now, and he's getting prepared. He will likely be taken out, but his head has been wrapped in bandages, and it doesn't look so bad. He must have had quite some loss of blood, but if the referee is thinking can continue, that means he can continue. So far, so good. Oh my goodness, what a game, what a drama. And now the expected goals have changed in favor of Morocco. Morocco now has an XG of 0.7, while Senegal remains at 0.6. Also, we have shots on target, total shots increasing for Morocco to 9 and 5 only for Senegal. And we also have shots on target, 3 for Senegal and 0 for Morocco. Big chances, 1 for Morocco, 2 for Senegal. Corner kicks have been 5 for Senegal and 5 for Morocco from this encounter. And then just 1 yellow card so far in the game, and it has gone the way of Senegal. Senegal has incurred that offense, and the referee has penalized them with a yellow card. And as it is, the game is crawling to the 73rd minute as we go on in this encounter. Taking a look at passes in the final third. Passes in the final third have been also in favor of Morocco. Morocco has had 54 passes completed out of 74 in the final third, which means they are more clinical in front of the goal of the Senegalese right there. Interceptions have been 4 for Morocco and 1 only for Senegal. Errors leading to shots, 1 for Morocco, 1 for Senegal, and none for Morocco. So the Moroccans, you can say, have been more disciplined also at the defense, as they are more clinical in front of attack. Now Morocco has a chance at this corner kick. Morocco has a corner kick, and they're going to take that right now. And that, while that is being prepared, a player has been pushed on his back, and the referee is not moved by these antics. It's not going to take that from anybody as it means to give a cheap penalty kick. Nobody's going to get a cheap penalty award here. You have to work for it and have to I mean, he has to explain to the players what's going on here. A slight push on the Moroccan, and the guy, that was Jackson there pushing the player. Jackson needs to be careful here.
Yeah, I think that's the best we've seen from Jackson so far in this game, pushing of players.
Still a chance for Morocco. A longish one. A cross comes in and it goes into touch. It's a corner. It's a goal kick for Morocco. I mean for Senegal right there, as the Moroccans couldn't do much from the side. And the player number 24, Elayuni, will get a new jersey and come back into the field of play, and he will return with his head bandaged and totally covered around his forehead, and he runs into the field, and the ball is now at the 75th minute. 15 minutes of regulation time left in this encounter. Apollo, I actually think that this game is just going to extra time.
Yeah, I think we should be looking at the possibility right now. Though one goal can still change, everything, and depending on how at the moment the managers are beginning to bring on the changes, and let's see if the changes can make effect. And one of them, I think Senegal about to make an interesting substitution right now, because I can see the young Paris Saint-Germain player there, Mbaye and Ismail Assar, about to come on. But I just hope we can get a result after 90 minutes to avoid going into penalties.
Right, and a foul was considered should have been adjudged there for Senegal, but the referee ignored it totally, and because there was a big push against Jackson of Senegal there by the defense of Morocco during an aerial contest, and the referee is asking for the change to be made very quickly. Stop the game for change, and changes have been made here. You have two Senegalese players being lined up to come in. First, we have Sek coming in for a defender right there, number 16 coming in, and Lamine is also being asked to come in for Kamara.
No, I think.
Sar is coming in for Kamara right there. Lamine Kamara has to step out for Metasar. Metasar applies his trade for Tottenham Hotspur, if I'm correct. And the young man will be on the field of play right now. The two of them have been introduced to join play, and let's see what value they can bring to the field, and if they can change the course of this game. And let's end this before it gets to the 90-minute mark and gets into regulation time. I think it will be nice if this game ended and doesn't go into extra time.
That was not the SAR for Tottenham. That was the SAR for Crystal Palace, Ismail Assar.
Right, Crystal Palace. Thank you for the correction.
The other one is still on the bench.
Senegal is playing dangerously around their penalty area.
And I think Senegal performance have actually dropped, compared to the way they played in the first half. You see them giving the ball away too many times in this second half. It shows that they've not been punished, by the Moroccans. Morocco still yet to get any shot on target, despite seeing much of making most of the attacking play.
And Morocco will go forward again. Eze Abde will return the ball to Mazuri. Mazuri will send it back to the central defense. Central will get it back to the man in the center again, and Morocco will try to move the ball forward. Aguero will try and push the ball around, looking for who to give. He sends it back, so he's left, and they will try and locate the goalkeeper to see if they could help. No, the ball will move forward, and Senegal will press here with Jackson pushing the player. Apart from pressing with his body, Mendy has also been substituted and is walking around back to the seat. I think Mendy did a good job in the back line for Senegal, but I think a lot of them are out of steam at this point in time.
Yeah, the players are beginning to, get tired, and you see the manager already making substitution. The manager have actually added fresh leg to the defense there by bringing on Sek to replace Antoine Mendy. So let's see how the new addition to the Senegalese defense we have, but most of the players are beginning to get tired, and you can see Morocco also they're about to make their own set of substitutions.
But whatever happened to water breaks? I think water breaks should be in this kind of game.
I don't think so, because it's winter already, and it's not that hot out there. So the issue of water break actually happened. We got that when I think the last World Cup, that was in
when the weather is a bit warm.
Yeah.
And I think water break is good for everybody, don't you think, Paulo?
Well, the players can easily get.
Both players and commentators also should get water breaks.
Definitely, yeah. At least it will be good for both
the players,
and the commentators
and the analysts as well. Water breaks are pretty good for everybody, and I think for you viewers out there too, you should take your water break. And water is very good for health. You should drink water from time to time. It doesn't matter if you're thirsty or not. You should have a timer to take water, because water hydrates your system, and most of the thing that happens in your body is actually organized inside a fluid environment. So when soccer is being played, whether it's hot or cold, I think it should be recommended that they take like every 30 minutes there should be water provision for the players. It keeps them more fluid, and it makes them less likely to be injured or to die of dehydration. So a corner kick here is coming to Morocco again. Akimi will take another one, and a shot. Oh, right there in the hands of Edward Mundy, and that was Ezra Abdul, the former Barcelona player, right there trying to do something, but Edward Mendy was at the right place at the right time, picking the ball up in his hand, and Senegal will have a chance to attack again, but it looks like the Senegalese have tired legs and not moving forward much as we saw them in the first 30 minutes of the encounter. They seem to have lost a lot of pace and steam in this encounter, and Moroccans, we talked about the high press of the Moroccans, and Jackson will have a chance here to hold ball in the area of Morocco. Well, what does he do? He still has the ball, and the ball will go into touch for an award of corner kick to Jackson right there. This is not Michael Jackson. This is the Jackson for former Chelsea Jackson. Still dancing. And right now he's dancing. He danced in Bayern Munich and now dancing for Senegal. Of course, that should be a throw-in for Senegal. And you can see Sadio Mane really troubled there by the decision of the linesman, because he had his leg to the ball, but the last contact was made by the Moroccan player. But I think the assistant referee was actually in the shadow of that. He couldn't see clearly. And a chance here for Senegal, but the ball will be picked up by the Moroccan keeper. Bono will pick that up easily. An infringement has been spotted by the referee, tugging between the Moroccan attacker and the defense of Senegal, and the ball will be restarted from the Senegalese angle right there in front of their penalty box, or the 18-yard right there. And the Senegalese seem to be rather sluggish at this point in time, and they lack mobility. And is it that they're conserving energy for what? I don't know, but I think they're out of energy. And you could see the Moroccans being much more mobile and controlling pace controlling the pace of the game. So if we actually take a look at the XG now, Morocco's XG chances of scoring have moved on to 0.75 against Senegal's XG, which remains at 0.6. And ball possession also is grown for Morocco a little bit, just by 1%, while Senegal still has the controlling share, 54%. Morocco is coming up in all parts of the statistics. Total shots for Morocco has gone up to 10 against Senegalese 5. While Morocco has only one shot on target, Senegal has not improved their stats for a very, very, very long time. Only 3 shots on target, and that has been since the beginning of the second half. And a chance for Senegal. A cross comes in there, but it was too high for Jackson to contend. Sadio Mane will go for it, but I think he pushed the Moroccan player, and was Hakimi on the floor. Ashraf Hakimi, the African best footballer of the year 2025, right there on the floor. The referee will not allow that to happen. Our heroes should not be just fouled and pushed on the floor that way. And it calls for a free kick given to Morocco right there. And Ashraf Hakimi will stand on that, trying to send start the game again from that position. Game time is now, we're now at the 85th minute of the game. Bono will come to the ball, trying to launch a lunge one, and all the players, the Moroccans, have been pushed. Issa Abdi has also everyone into the half of Senegal, and the Moroccans trying to cook something out, bring something out of the box right here. But the Senegalese are right there in hand, trying to defend and looking for an opportunity. Sadio Mane with the ball, but soon controlled by Morocco, and a longish one by the Senegalese defender, but Morocco will take it back, and a foul has been awarded to Morocco right there. The Senegalese need to actually be more careful here because the fouls could lead to penalties. They could be giving yellow cards or cards here, and it wouldn't help their cause if they go into extra time. You don't want to play extra time with this side that is already dominating you with a man shot, and I think they should be more careful. Of course, the only guy with the yellow card has been substituted. That was Mendy, but an offense could happen, and you can get more people getting booked in this encounter. But Morocco will move forward. Brahimi on the ball now. Brahimi will move forward. He cuts across, and it crosses, and a chance for Morocco, and that was defended by elastic tackle. And Morocco will try again, but no. Senegal will push it back, and Morocco will continue to push. Now Jackson has the ball. Nicolas has the ball, and he sends it back, and he gives it to his teammate. Which one will send one across. A chance for Morocco here at the edge of the 18-yard of Senegal. Has a chance, across it, and Senegal with a chance. Oh my God, what a balloon there. That was a balloony one. A very poor shot from that Senegalese. He was as if he was just too careless. There was nobody on him. He could have controlled the ball one time before taking a shot, and he had enough time, and he just blows that away and out into touch for a goal kick. Oh, that was a careless shot. And that was a big chance for them. It could have actually produced something, because that was at the edge of the 18-yard of Morocco, and that could have actually saved the day and everybody from going into extra time. But we still have about 5 minutes of regulation time here. The game has crawled into 87th minute, and if you're looking at added time, we're going to have up to 10 minutes of added time, considering the injury that was managed on the field. Very, very likely up to 7-8 minutes of added time. We still have a player on the floor right now, a Moroccan player in his own 18-yard, and he is calling for medical assistance.
I think it will be subbed, because you could say Hakimi, signaling for his substitution, and like he said, we might be having up to probably close to 10 minutes, but I don't think it should be up to 10 minutes. But I think you should be having something close to that.
Okay, so let's see who is being warmed up and who is getting ready. The player on the floor is Massina, number 25 for Morocco. Massina is a central defender, pairing with Aguerd right there, and he's been propped up by the medical team. I think they are hoping, yes, he wants to be substituted. I think he's been injured, and the player is being prepped to enter the field, just tidying up and preparing to come in to replace Massina. who is playing in the central back position for Morocco. And you could see agitation and a lot of traumatization on the face of the Moroccan coach, who has been very, very wonderful in his approach to the game since the beginning of this tournament and for a couple of months. And let's just hope that he gets his hand on a silverware that Morocco has coveted for 50 good years.
Yeah, 50 years they've been.
50
the last
years.
time the last time they won the Nations Cup, and that's the only one they've won. The closest they've gotten to win it was in 2004. When they lost to their fellow North African neighbor. They're talking about Tunisia. To get into the final, and also at home, that would go that would be a big one for them if they can win it.
Yes,
and we know Senegal, won it recently. I think 2021. Yeah, Senegal also getting to the final in 2019, and they lost to Algeria in the final by Lungo. But
Senegal with a chance. Oh boy, what a save from Bono. Very close chance for Senegal right there, and the shot was taken, but Bono has his long hands. They look like rubber bands right there. It reminds me of Globetrotters, the guy with the springy hands. He just stretched his very, very long hands and got the ball away from scoring, and the longest cross will come in again, and a header which was easily picked up by Bono again. The spring rubber man right there. Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful chance at goal. But now Morocco with a chance. Morocco with a shot and over the bar, over the line, and it's still not a shot on target.
Yeah, but they've had one shot on target. But
that's yes.
I think you should.
I think they should be doing better than that.
Yeah, you actually, that was a very good play there, but it should be doing better, like you said.
It should be doing better than that. Oh boy, that was so close to scoring.
Yeah, that was a very good play from the 18 years old. He plays for Paris Saint-Germain in the French Ligue 1 Mbaye. And he just came on up to, I think, 10 minutes ago now.
Yeah, so that's Mbaye right there, the 18-year-old French Ligue 1 player. And the game will continue from the back of the Senegalese. And Senegalese will build one, and a chance for Senegal again. Would that be a cross? Yes, there was a contact. Is there a contact? No. Morocco will ensure there was no contact. Talking about that defender. Oh my goodness, that was a very important defend from Aguerd right there. He stretched out himself and made himself so large and made very good contact with the ball, sending it back to the corner flag. That was a beautiful squad play from Senegal. And with this kind of plays, I'm sure Senegal's XG will be going up because they seem more likely to score the next goal. Senegal.
Yeah.
They seem more likely to score the next goal with the last couple of attacks they've had. They've had about 2 or 3 very good attacks in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, they've I think in the last 3 minutes they've been able to push forward compared to the last 20 minutes. But so far they've not, apart from that save there from Bono there. But here comes a corner kick now, and I think.
Oh my God, that's a goal!
Was he going to? I don't think it will count.
I think it's a free kick. It's an offense. It's a foul.
But I think the VAR will have to have a word.
The referee has already given a foul, I think.
If he has not blown the whistle, but I think that should be a foul because there was a push.
Because there was a push on the
Moroccan player there. But is that enough for him to go down?
That's
I think
Ashraf Hakimi.
I don't think that should be enough for him to go down. But if the referee have blown before they go, I think it will not stand.
It will not count. It wasn't a outstretched hand push.
But I don't think that should be enough for the player.
It's an outstretched hand push. 2 hands were stretched out, and they pushed him. It was a push.
But we've seen,
and every push with outstretched hand is a foul in football. And the referee actually blew the whistle before the nodder came on.
That is the only, because if he hadn't blown that, I think if the VAR intervened, I don't think they would disallow that goal. because we've seen some case of some goals being scored where players push the other one had a contact and the goals will stand. But
I think that will, those will happen in the Premiership with some favoured sides. Oh yes, I think there are still favourites of referees here, because a push with an outstretched hand should actually be a foul, especially when the other player falls.
You see the Senegalese manager still complaining. They were. He was saying, "What's this?"
Yeah, he has the right to complain, but I don't think there's a going back on that, because the referee already blew the whistle before the nodder came on. So that's not going to count. And that's another breather for Morocco.
I think the referee should have just hold on, not blowing the whistle instantly.
So perhaps we can say the referee may be biased here, because all you needed to do was allow game to continue and then let
the VAR
decide on that. And check with the television to make sure that going fairly. But this man did not even wait for the game to continue. He just blew the whistle just to discontinue attack of Senegal right there. So that's one of the reasons why we think some of these things are skimmed in favor of the host. And it looks one or two of such tackles, just one or two of those bites that could have changed the course of the game. Just one or two, because that could have changed the course of the game.
Definitely. If that one has stood, I think it's
and that's a referee decision there, right there, killing the game. Because I don't think the push was heavy enough to around Ashraf Hakimi going down there, but it went down so easily, knowing fully well that it will be backed by the referee, and the referees did exactly that. And now Morocco is now on the attack, getting another kick against Senegal right there, 95th minute. 8 minutes were awarded for every time. The cross has been nodded out. Senegalese trying. The ball doesn't close enough to the 18 again, but Morocco seems to be more intentional at this point in time, pushing the ball left and right, trying to get it into the 18 of Senegal, and a cross which was just over the crossbar right there, and it will be a goal kick. Goal kick will be awarded, has been awarded for Senegal right there. The game will be restarted with a goal kick.
I don't understand what he's complaining for. Is he saying
he's asking for saying that there was a contact?
We just have to look at down again. Probably, calling for a VAR to check. I don't think VAR will do anything to that, because if the referee stopped the play because of Brahim Diaz is still insisting that he was actually fouling the balls, and you could hear the referee telling him to calm down at the VAR.
So they are trying to put pressure on
the referee,
and the referee has just spared them what could have been a horror for them on the other side, because if the referee had allowed the goal and VAR had been the one to decide, it wouldn't have been.
Looking at the replay again, though, there was some pushing going on there, but I don't know if
it went down too easily.
I don't think it went down too easily. I think there was a push, and they're going to check VAR for a possible penalty, and it's not looking good for Senegal. I just hope let's see, because you could see that the Senegalese player was actually all over him. You have about 2 players all over them, but he goes down. But I don't think that would be enough also.
Him, and he dragged him down.
Yeah, he actually dragged him, but with the referee deem it.
If he dragged him down, it will be a foul.
But is that enough for him, for the referee to say it's a penalty? I just hope the referee will know.
It's a penalty. He had access to the ball, but it was dragged down. I think you could see that surrounding the referee, not allowing. I think there's chaos there. Look at. It's not just chaos. It's just one player, Brahim.
No, I mean looking at the referee now, looking at the VAR, you could see they were,
He's talking with the VAR team. He's discussing with them. They are discussing, and I think he will give a penalty kick. That will be very
I
sad.
think look at the. I think both set of players and
He will give a penalty.
penalty. Wow.
Will give a penalty.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
a drag. It was obvious.
Oh my goodness.
And similarly, the push was also obvious.
Yeah, I agree. I saw it earlier on that there was contact there,
And the
but
yellow
I
card
think the referee
added.
now the decision for the referee to quickly blew his whistle for Senegal now, because if the referee didn't blow the whistle and he checked the VAR, I think that would have stunned.
The referee has already awarded penalty. Awarded by VAR. And the yellow card has been added. Another one given to Ismaila. And I think more yellow cards because tempers are flaring right now. It looks like Senegalese are not going home with the silverware tonight because this might just be the last kick in the game. 8 minutes was added as injury time, and we're now at the 99th minute of the game. So any goal from Morocco might just be the end to this game as we speak.
Yeah,
It is unfortunate for Senegal, but you don't drag people in your 18-yard and not expect consequences.
But some will argue that that was not that was too soft for the referee to have.
It was a drag.
There was a
He dragged him, and
actually,
he
dragged
actually
him
he
there.
lost his position from the drag. He dragged him with his hand on his neck. But you see, that's what players do. They fall in your hands. Any small contact in that position, they actually just fall in your hands. So his drag might be light, but how do you estimate the level of pull? The players know how to dance to play to the gallery. So a small contact on his body at that point in time, he maximizes it. He takes advantage of it. And that's what happened. So what you see from the VAR is somebody dragging the other, and he's just dramatizing. It might not even be a big touch, but he dramatized. So it's not left for the referees to decide whether it was drama or whether it was real dragging. But a penalty has been awarded. There's no changing that. It's not going to be rescinded.
And the players are still going at against each other.
Yeah, they're going head to head,
Head-to-head,
because they can't make contacts. So, but they can do head to head.
And I think the Moroccan player are trying to protect the penalty spot there. You see them standing on there. They don't want the Moroccan player. I don't know why they are standing on the spot there. Africa. They're actually standing on it, try to protect there. They don't want the Senegalese players to. I don't know what this.
Maybe they don't want Senegalese juju in that place.
Like they are Congo.
They don't want Senegalese juju in that place. Who knows what they are protecting? So far in this game,
this is going to be a very big pressure penalty from whoever is taking it for.
I think Hakimi
you
will
could see the
step
two
up.
managers
Or
also
Diaz.
having words also.
I think Ibrahim will step up. He might step up. Or Hakimi. I'm thinking Hakimi will step up. The captain.
I don't know why Jackson is still. You have already been substituted. You see Jackson with the Moroccan manager there.
Irrespective of what Jackson discusses, it's not going to change what's going to happen in the next few minutes. The Moroccan coach is as comfortable as can be. And
is
the
that
coach-
that Mendy going out or what?
And the coach
He's calling out the players. to
coach
leave the
of
field.
Senegal is asking all the players to leave.
Or what is happening? I think he's asking them to leave.
Or he's asking his reserve players to stop their
Because
argument and
that
return
Mendy
to
is
their
already
seat.
out. Is the goalkeeper?
Oh, I think all the
Player, yes, he's actually calling
Senegalese
them
are
out the field.
walking out of the field. Oh, the coach is asking them to walk out of the field.
I think they should just, for the love of the game, just continue. Because even you calling them out will not change what the referee has actually, play. I don't think the manager should be calling off his player. There's no possibility that the
There
penalty
is
will
a
be scored.
chance of a huge penalty coming to Senegal here. It calls the player out. They are going to face huge penalty
to
from
be honest, I don't think
from CAF and FIFA.
I don't think we've seen penalties that are not even up to this given also. So I think they should play on. They should play on.
There was a contact.
There was
a pull.
but I think it
could have been exaggerated, but there was a pull. And any pull in the 18 is a foul. That is established, isn't it? Paulo?
Definitely.
Exactly. So whether the pull is light or the pull is heavy is not the question. Did you pull the player? You had your hand around his neck and you pulled him in a way that he lost his position and you had advantage on the ball.
I know why the Senegalese are furious, because you look at that ball that the referee actually blew for a foul.
It was a foul. It was a push. He had his two hands against the player.
But that was soft.
No, come on. This was a penalty.
That Senegalese ball, if it was anywhere on the field, on the pitch, the referee would have blown for a whistle.
This was a foul.
I think it's soft.
Soft or not, this is a foul. It's a clear foul.
I think it's soft to me.
It can't be soft. It was a clear foul. He pulled him by the neck and dragged him backwards. It's a foul. You don't even need to do this much to some Spanish clubs before they give them 2 penalties in advance. Give them one for that match, one for against the next match. But this is not sportsmanly for the Senegalese team to be doing this. They're disrupting the game, asking their players. Okay, take a look at the offense they are pointing to. They're saying that the push was not enough. It was a clear push.
No,
take a look at it.
The dog.
It was a clear push.
If this were to have been probably middle of the pitch, I don't think the referee would have.
It would be because it was a foul.
I don't think so. I think the referee was too hasty to have blown the whistle. It should have allowed play and then allowed the VAR to intervene. That is why the manager, and the Senegalese, they feel they've been cheated. I don't think they are complaining that they've given that. I think they were complaining about the other.
That it was a foul. It was a foul. It happened right in front of the referee. We saw right there the Senegalese pushing Hakimi down. So what else? How else do you want them to blow a foul?
The Senegalese manager should just allow for play on for peace to reign.
They don't have a case here.
Doesn't mean
there's no case. They had fouls on either side of the goal, and they should just take their communion like that. It's their punishment. They should take it. Come on, they should have their dinner and let's get over with this. The game has already gone into the 106th minute right now when we're not playing extra time. Immediately the penalty is taken. I'm sure we're not taking more than 1 minute after that.
No, I think we'll play. I will still see there probably up to 3, 4, 5
It was
minutes.
already at the 8th minute before the penalty was blown.
But I think we'll still see up to 3 to 4 minutes after the penalty.
Okay,
Let's see whenever the penalty.
Let's see.
Goes on. But I think the Senegalese should just continue the game. I think the players are still not back on the pitch. It's like they've made up their mind to leave completely, and probably they have. And CAF needs to decide on time what to do, because this is the final.
Oh, Sadio Mane is leaving the field, and they are all leaving for the dressing room. They are ready to take their medicine like that. They are ready to take all the punishment and face whatever comes, but they are not going to stand there and be quote and unquote unfairly treated as they think. But from this angle, we saw a pull in the 18, which led to VAR reviewing that position, and the foul will be a penalty in the box. So it will have been a foul in that box, and that will have been a penalty awarded to Morocco. And on the other side, we saw how Achraf Hakimi was actually pushed. It was pushed down and it was sprawling on the floor, which actually gave the opponent an advantage. And when that happens, it is a foul. When a foul happens, it is not given as a goal. And that's how the goal was disallowed.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to say is that we've seen in the middle of the field there, we've seen players going, pushing, and the referee still allows play on. Then why do you quickly,
It is a discretion, Paulo. It is a discretion.
That is why the Senegalese feel they've been cheated.
But it is a discretion.
But you don't do that. That's why you have the VAR. Okay, why the referee actually saw the game, but he didn't blow at the
let's look at
time.
It
was the VAR that actually called the referee.
No,
you should have allowed the VAR.
Wait, let's look at it critically here.
I think Sadio Mane is trying to call them back.
If they allowed that game to continue and the score, VAR will cancel it because there was a foul.
Then they should allow VAR to do the job.
No, but it was the referee, and it was right there when it happened. It happened 1 meter from him. He saw the hand stretched out and a push, and he blew the whistle. That's why we have a referee on the field. The VAR does not supersede the referee. The referee is the man that coordinates the game. Do you understand? He is the one that decides what goes on in the game.
What we are saying is that we've seen a similar push or similar incident
because they allowed.
Why did you blow? And he allowed to play. He allowed them play on
because they allowed.
This is the final. You don't do so. You have to be very serious with whatever thing you are doing.
Yes, he was serious because the foul happened in front of him.
But the ones that happened in the middle of the field that he didn't blow. So we've seen pushing players going down. We saw Sadio Mane going down the other time in the middle of 2 players and he didn't blow. He said play on.
We saw players also going down, Jackson going down, and it didn't blow, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, that was not right for the referee. But that foul against Hakimi, we saw it, and it was a foul. So whether he blew or he didn't blow,
what I'm saying is that
it was a foul leading to a goal. It was a foul leading to a goal. It had to be blown. If he didn't blow it, it would still come back to the cancellation of the goal. The referee is going to end the game, I think. And then the 3 points or the game will be given in the favor of Morocco. Should Senegal not assemble in time, the game will be blown in favor of Morocco. But right now, the Senegalese are being persuaded
back.
to return to
Sadio
the field.
Mane went on to call them back to come back for
They are being persuaded to return to the field. Mane had a discussion with a fair-skinned person, and he decided to change the direction and call the players back. I don't think the players have much to lose by finishing this game. Football, we know, can be unfair sometimes, and we know sometimes it's a referee thing against you, but you still have to play it. That is the game of football. Sometimes it doesn't work for you, sometimes it works for you. A couple of years ago, about 2 AFCON away, Senegal won the tournament. Does it mean they won the tournament clean without any issues with the opposing also challenging referee decisions? No, there is actually no referee that is perfect, and that's what you're going to get. No referee is perfect. So they won the tournament 2 seasons ago, and some other nations will have complained that it was because Sadio Mane was the African Player of the Year. That's why they allowed him. But whatever it was, Sadio Mane Senegal won the Nations Cup, and it was referees that awarded it for them. Now Sadio Mane is at the verge of losing the Nations Cup to Morocco, and the fouls are clear. That he didn't blow your own foul doesn't mean that he can't blow the other foul. So let's get it right. So as it is, that was a foul. It was a pull on the neck against Ibrahim Diaz, and the guy actually fell, lost his position. He had an advantage. He was in front of the defender. He could have got to the ball first, but because he was pulled, he lost his position. It is a foul, and any foul in the 18 is a penalty.
Well, let's see if next
So
it
that
looks
is
like
it.
next week we're taking it for Senegal. Morocco rather. And if Morocco,
No, I think it's Ibrahim Diaz that will take it.
okay, Ibrahim Diaz, the man that won the penalty for them.
Yes. It doesn't matter. He has a penalty to take. Whether he loses it or whether he scores it is not a question. The penalty has been awarded, and Senegal will try and defend the penalty, and that is sportsmanly. The game will end in favor of one side anyway. So if it ends now, so be it. You can put up your complaint to CAF, register your issues, and let them know of your decision from your FA going forward. But this is not the place to stop the game. Referee's decision, we say in football, is final.
Can Edward Mendy stop Brahim Diaz?
This is a very intensive moment for Brahim right there, facing Edward Mendy. He wouldn't take his head up to look at the goal. He's absolutely
And I think
concentrating.
Edward Mendy should be very careful because he's already on a yellow card. Or is that Edward Mendy?
Yes, he's on a yellow card and he's begging and asking for another one already.
He's already on a yellow card.
Invariably, my bet, Brahim will score. Brahim to score.
Well, I just hope he misses it. And he missed it.
Whoa! Brahim Diaz will throw the ball right into the hands of Mendy right there.
Penalty kick.
I think he just did it deliberately. Just
It's not deliberately.
He just wanted to end this imbroglio. This infamous way. They didn't want to win by infamously, so he just gave the keeper the ball because he expected Mendy to go to the right and he wanted to chip into the center.
I think
unfortunately,
this is worse than Chukwueze's penalty, and you could see him crying.
no, this is not worse.
I
He's
think it
crying.
was.
Chukwueze was not crying; he was still blowing bubble. Chukwueze did not regret. He did not regret losing that penalty. That's why Nigerians are after Chukwueze's
It was the
head.
last kick, and he agitated. It was the one that was.
Oh, but
agitated.
I thought you said we're going to play 3 more
Well, I
minutes.
think the referee just decided to end it.
It was already at the end of time.
If they had converted this ball, I think the referee would still allow Senegal to pass and do.
They will not pass and they get the end.
But he could still.
No, but they will have passed and the
Since they
game
did
will
not
end.
score the ball, that is why he decided to end.
He
it.
did a kick out and the game ended. The game will end immediately. It was 8 minutes plus when that happened.
I think everything Senegal did actually played into the head of the Moroccans, and it's
Yes, I think
disappointing
the pressure worked against Morocco. The pressure of them walking out of the field and the Senegalese juju, everything just confused.
That was a
him.
terrible penalty kick from Brian.
No, it wasn't.
It's a terrible penalty kick.
I don't think it's a terrible one.
Trying to play Peneka, that was a terrible penalty kick from him.
Now, if the keeper
if I'm
had
the manager, I will sub him.
now if the keeper had dived to the right, it would have been a beautiful goal.
Well, that's
We see the best players in the world.
Scoring a decisive penalty. You don't play it like this when you are not Messi or Ronaldo. That's a terrible penalty kick.
He charged well, and he did a panenka. Unfortunately, Mendy was right there. He didn't go anywhere. He picked the ball. So the game continues right now into extra time. I think we're going to be here for quite a while in this game.
I think our CAF will definitely have a lot, to do.
They're preparing for extra time now. They're about to pick sides.
And
It's going to be 30 minutes of extra time
I don't know what Edouard Mendy
about the
is doing
game.
there.
Okay, so the extra time is about to resume right now. And Paulo, how do you find the last few minutes of that game?
Well, it's, from my own perspective, a little bit of a crazy moment towards the dying embers of the game. Morocco rather had every opportunity to have win the game completely, but Ibrahim Diaz taking that penalty. I call it crazy penalty, and it's the most stupidest way for you to have taken a penalty of that kind of magnitude. And I believe everything the Senegalese did actually played into the head of the player. But another opportunity for Senegal to go ahead and score. But Morocco now, I think the pressure will now be on Morocco going forward now.
The pressure will be on Morocco going forward. They're actually under a lot of pressure right now, because if they lost this game, I'm sure the Moroccans are going to eat up Brahim Diaz for that rude opportunity. He was the one that created the penalty.
Yeah, and he wanted the penalty.
He wanted it.
You see him,
he fought for it.
He fought for it.
He won it. And then he collected the ball from the regular penalty taker.
I think Hakimi should have
went there.
Or even El-Nasri. Hakimi is a very good penalty taker.
El-Nasri actually stood on the ball, but Brahim Diaz took the ball off him, and they wanted that responsibility. And we saw how that ended with the responsibility. He didn't finish well at all. Now,
I think the referee should have blown there, because that was a high foot. He didn't blow. He allows play on. That's what we are saying. And
the high foot from Senegal.
Yeah, that's a foul against Senegal, but he allowed play on.
So
he should have blown immediately. So that's the issue now. When other people get foul, you quickly blow. When the other one, you take some time.
It's raining in Morocco right now. I think today's match is in Rabat. And that's where we're playing the final. Nigeria was around here yesterday as well to play the third place final. And Nigeria won Egypt to clinch the third place position. While Nigeria has been touted third place Maestro, I think that should be an offside. Should be an offside. Yeah, it's against Senegal. They are an offside against Senegal. And the game will continue after this offside has been taken. And Morocco, they are pretty low in spirit right now.
Yeah, I think that's they should. And like I said earlier, if I'm the manager, I would definitely take off Brahim Diaz, because at the moment he's not happy. You saw him crying immediately.
Yes.
I think going forward,
and that's why I didn't want you comparing him to Chukwueze Smith.
Well, I think his own is worse.
Chukwueze was blowing bubble.
I think
like Henry Danger. With no bubbles.
I agree that Chukwueze showed lack of seriousness going forward to play that.
A lot of Senegal with a chance here. Senegal in counter attack motion, and moving from the right to the left. Senegal will move forward, and he's still moving forward. Senegal with a shot. Senegal with a goal. Beautiful goal from Senegal. Gueye there, right there. Beautiful goal. Senegal takes the lead right here. Oh my God, what a drama. This is the 193rd minute of the game. 93rd minute of the game. And Senegal takes the lead when just a few minutes ago Morocco had all the chance to go forward and end the game. A lifeline of extra time given now opens the door for opportunity for Senegal. Gueye took it up, and he took a shot after making a beautiful run from his own side of the field, and they push on forward. Right from his half line until he got to the 18-yard, and with a just beautiful corner shot, he hit the roof of the net from his position, fighting his way through, and there is no calling this out. This is a beautiful goal by Senegal. Now the SG changes.
Yeah,
everything changes from here.
Yeah, and a good one, very good goal there. And like I said earlier on, I think the manager should have withdrawn. What's his name now? Brahim Diaz, because the thing is actually playing to his head now. And you could see him now, immediately the ball was scored. You look at the camera bouncing, looking up, showing his face, and it looks like he's about to start to cry again. So I think Senegal, if they can hold on to this lead, I think the trophy is for them. And I don't think Morocco will have any other good opportunity again of winning this Nations Cup other than the one they are having right now.
Now this is just about the 4th minute of the extra time, in which we still have about 25 minutes to play. I think there's still a chance for Morocco and Senegal also to do something. But as it is, Senegal takes the lead and everything changes here. You can see the Moroccans dropping their heads and so much more pressure on them right now. Because even if they are taking the chance to go into a penalty kick, it will have been a very, very high mountain for them to climb against the likes of Edward Mendy, who already saved the penalty kick in the game.
No, even the Senegal Moroccan goalkeeper is also good when it comes to penalty kick. We saw him even at the World Cup. He made a lot of good save. Even against Nigeria, I think he made 2 save. Though some will say that penalty kick from what's his name, Chukwueze, that one that some Nigerians have been saying that their grandma will even save that one. But despite that, he made 2 save there. But I think it's going to be a long night now for Morocco because Senegal will
Morocco with a chance. Morocco with a shot, but Edward Mendy was right there to pick it up. Brahim Diaz, the man with a shot, the man who had a clear chance, 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and just passed back to Mendy, also with another chance, and his shot was taken without jumping right there, and Mendy will calm the nerves, and Senegal will move forward again. Morocco will try to build from defense there. You could see their defenders right there. Guerd pushing the ball forward, and the Senegal were in hand also to push it back to where it's coming from. A foul against the Senegalese, the young man from the Legon, has just been given right there. Foul has been given to Senegal right there, committed by the Moroccan defense.
Yeah, and looking at this match, I think what they call him, CAF. Brahim Diaz has now been withdrawn. I think he should have been withdrawn even before they started the game, but I think he has been withdrawn now. And I think CAF will have a lot to do after this game because there were things that we were not shown, on live TV. But there are some images now, videos coming out. I think the Senegalese fans and the Moroccan fans, they were exchanging blows.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't actually show it, but there are some clips going on now. You could see both set of fans, and I think there will be a lot of sanctions between both parties. And if the Senegalese hadn't come back, I think that would have been a very bad way for this AFCON to have ended.
Yeah, exactly, and they will have lost it. And
they will award the
game to them.
Them. And I think the Moroccans would have been very happy if the Senegal.
So win it that way, any which way for them, because they haven't got this. They haven't got this for 50 years.
Yeah.
So it will be a landmark to celebrate their 50th anniversary of last.
I think if they fail to win it now, if you ask any Moroccan, they would have preferred the Senegalese didn't come back.
Yes, you should just walk away. Go back home to West Africa. But the West Africans will say no at the last thought. We no go agree for anybody. For West Africa, we no agree. We are taking this again. Senegal won it 2 seasons ago, West Africa, and also last season of this match, Cote d'Ivoire, West Africa, and now Senegal are at the verge of winning it again for West Africa. So I'm sure the North Africans are not so pleased with this, and as it is right now, oh my goodness, that was a chance, another chance, gone begging for Senegal. Now, if you ask me, I'm a bit sympathetic to Senegal. To Morocco here because they haven't won this in 50 years, and they're hosting this. They're spending a lot of money. They're committing a lot of resources to host Africa and make African football look good. I think sentimentally, I will sympathize with Morocco to win this. Because of their commitment financially and resource-wise.
I think they're making the money also. They're making the money. They're not just hosting it for free. And it's also good for the image of the country. A
chance for Morocco. A squad play from Morocco. A chance for Morocco. No. Deflected and sent away by the Senegalese defense. The off was right there to send it out. And Morocco will try and cook again. Across. And the off again. And a chance for Morocco, But a chance for Morocco. Oh, Mendy has been injured. I think his finger has been stepped on by El Nasir. El Nasir must have stepped on Mendy right there. And Mendy is waving his hands. Oh, now he's holding his leg. He doesn't even know what to hold. Just anything to just delay the game from going on.
Definitely.
I think it
was a contact, but
yes,
I don't think that should be
yes,
the reason why it's holding all over his body.
And then he's shaking feverishly, and now he's back on his feet.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong again because they have delayed the game a bit. Slow down the pressure. The game is now at the 100th minute. About 5 more minutes into this first half of extra time. 5 more minutes into the first half of extra time. And Senegalese will have a breather. And you can see the Senegalese coach saying that, yes, we deserve this. This injustice, God has rewarded us here. Injustice will have sent us back home, empty-handed. But our God in West Africa, our God in Senegal, what is the name of that God again? A chance for Senegal! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was quickly interrupted by the defense of Morocco. That was a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for Senegal to take it up by one more goal. And Mendy. I think Senegal has to step up with their. Senegal needs to step up with their defense now.
And I think there's a player down there inside the balls there. Edouard Mendy, and is down. Also, there's a Senegalese player, also, I mean, a Moroccan player down also, but honestly.
That was a foul on Mendy.
Yeah,
actually.
on Mendy, yeah.
There was a contact.
And Mendy now looking for any opportunity to go down easily.
Yes,
to
go down,
take the time.
He will stay down for a while. He's a goalkeeper. You can't.
Yeah, but I don't think the what they call it, the other goalkeeper will try anything like that. I don't know why you are the Senegal Moroccan player is down. They're already leading you. Just stand up if you.
So the interesting thing is that there's so much drama happening behind the stage with so much infighting between the fans. And that's a recall of the goal by Gueye right there. He had a deep. He was able to withstand Hakimi. Hakimi challenged him from behind, but he was strong enough to withstand him. And he took a longish one. And the defender was right there blaming Hakimi why he didn't stop him. He should have even got a yellow card for the team. Should have got one for the team. Why not stop him? And you could see Brahim right there on the bench with his hands to his nose, crying with all his body, but not tears coming from his eyes. But you could see cry. Should they lose this game, he's not going to forgive himself.
Definitely.
And trust me, Moroccans are not going to forgive him.
Well,
They're going to cook him like we've been cooking Chukwueze.
I think he's very lucky he's not even a Nigerian, because you don't, I don't understand. Like 98 minutes plus, you had a penalty, you cried for it, you did everything, and the referee went to VAR and they agreed that it's a penalty and they gave you. If you had, that was a very stupid penalty from him.
Yes, and he's been prepared for cooking.
I think the only players that would play that kind of penalty that would lose it and people will not complain is either C. Ronaldo or Lionel Messi.
Because they have actually deserved it.
And I think I blame the manager of Morocco. Hakimi is a very good penalty taker. I've seen Hakimi take penalty, very cool, calm penalty, and the reason why Diaz, probably went to take that penalty, he just want to add to his tally, his number of goals, and to be able to give him chance of winning the best player.
A cross comes from Morocco, a chance for Morocco. Oh my goodness, that was so close to getting the equalizer. El Nesri put his head to it, but it was just by whiskers.
How did he know that, buddy?
He missed the goal by whiskers.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. That should have been the equalizer. What a drama here. Wow. Oh boy. Mendy had no chance at all of picking that ball. And still on the sideline is the number 7-1 for Morocco. Still languishing on the floor.
And he just came on recently.
And
he came in.
And I don't think he can continue this game. It was a substitute.
We just have to confirm if they are true, if they finished their substitution.
And Morocco will go forward again. Morocco will go forward, but Senegal will take the ball from him. That's Sadio Mane doing defensive work there for Senegal. And now Senegal with a chance to go forward. fighting for it. That's Ndiaye. Ndiaye still with the ball. Ndiaye moving forward. Ndiaye facing the goalkeeper. What does he do? He takes a shot but was deflected. Oh my goodness. What a drama here. Oh, Biu. That was a very good run from Ndiaye right there.
I think that was Mbaye, not Ndiaye.
Mbaye?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Ndiaye. I think Ndiaye has withdrawn.
Oh, the Aye is here. Well, just doing something. Well, Paulo says that's Mbaye and not Ndiaye. Well, I apologize if that was Mbaye, but I think it was something Aye and started it. Please pardon my English. Let's just.
Well, I think the last and to be honest, Enesri, I don't know why he didn't start this game. I think he has done much or better than.
Yes, that was Mbaye. He replaced Ndiaye.
Yeah.
Yes, Mbaye. That was a beautiful run from Mbaye. He should have scored that. That will have been the best goal.
It was also a very good block there from the Moroccan defender.
From the defense.
The defender was
defense was right there to stop it before anything substantial could happen. Let's keep enjoying this game. This is so much drama, so much fun here.
Yeah,
if you're not watching this final, you're not watching it. This is better than Euro finals. Honestly, this is so much more interesting than Euro finals.
Well, the drama, that's just it.
Apart from the drama, look at the game, look at the attacks, look at the counter, look at the fights, the defense. Come on, the pressure. This is African football at its peak. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this.
Yeah, I think the game actually came to life after that incident. You see, in fact, this 15-minute, this 15-minute now, it looks like a normal, 90-minute play.
Sadio Mane doing his magic there, but was
I don't
down.
think this should be a free kick.
It is a free kick. It was brought down. It's a free kick, and the game was called to a stop from that.
Yeah, I think the referee now, any player that goes down, he will definitely have to blow the whistle.
It's supposed to be a free kick. He stopped the game, but he checked his watch and discovered it was time.
No, I don't think that was a free kick. He actually stopped the game because of the time. Because to me, Sadio Mane went down too easily. That should not be a free kick.
It is a free kick. It was fouled. There was contact.
The referee now has now put himself in a situation whereby any little contact, you need to blow the whistle now.
Yes, just stop contacting people wrongly. Let them play the ball. We want to enjoy the game. That's the whole idea.
And Brian Diaz, Brian Diaz needs to call Chukwueze and ask Chukwueze, how have you been coping?
No, Chukwueze had no problem at all. He wasn't sorry. He didn't even feel any remorse. He didn't show any. At the next game, he started the game. He was playing his game, chewing his gum, and still blowing bubbles. So this guy cannot be compared to Chukwueze. These ones have passion for their nation. These ones have the hunger. They want to win something for their country. I don't see Chukwueze in that light. And
looking at the Senegalese fans, I think their behavior, I think CAF will definitely have to, find them the country, because you could see they were damaging things, breaking chairs, and look at them now. They're happy again. They thought it's all over.
That's off the camera anyway. It wasn't on the camera. It wasn't on the show. The Senegalese have 15 minutes to defend with their lives and ensure there is no goal from Morocco here, so the game can end on 1-0 and they can pick up the trophy and celebrate in front of their enemies. As it is written,
I think all the Moroccan fans will definitely
in the presence of my enemies and my cup runs over.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be for them.
Yeah, I don't think the Senegalese, the Moroccan fans will want to be in the stadium when that happens. I think immediately final whistle is blown, and I think they will definitely all leave, because they won't be because this Senegalese will definitely want to rub it in their face.
Well, there isn't much to rub actually, because you have just a handful of them right there on the field. Unfortunately, a lot of Moroccans won't wait for the goal or the trophy celebration or trophy delivery before they leave. Should the game end this way, so many of them will just leave and not watch that awful celebration from Senegal. It's natural. You can't host and come to the field and then visitors will come and just take it off you.
Right, let's see.
Corner kick has been awarded to Morocco right now, and the time of the game is now 109 minutes. We're just 10 minutes from the end of this encounter. 106 minutes, pardon me. And we're still 14 minutes from the end of this encounter. 14 minutes to go. Across from Morocco, shot from Morocco, and that's a goal kick to Senegal. That shot didn't go in the right direction. It was way off the post. At least another goal post away from the goal post. Rather wide. But it was better to try something than not try at all. Like they say, if you don't shoot, don't expect to score.
Yeah, and the rains are beginning to drop heavily, and I think it's raining blessing for the Senegalese as it stands now. And you see the Senegalese fans are very happy with what they are seeing at the moment. But that's a terrible kick there from Edouard Mendy there.
And Morocco still pressing really high, putting all the pressure on the Senegalese from back to front and running them down to try and pick something from here. Possibly get an equalizer which can push them into penalty. Morocco with a chance here, and the corner kick for Morocco once again. So far so good. I think Morocco has had the better of corner kicks in this game. I'll tell you the statistics shortly, so you know exactly how much corner kicks have gone in the favor of Moroccans. The cross comes in for Morocco. Is Abdi? The header from Morocco. Then a chance for Morocco. Wow. Oh, still a chance. Wow. Morocco will not give up. It looks like a ping pong here. Wow. And the ball keeps coming forth and going back. Wow. Oh, what a tense moment there. Oh my goodness. This was so full of actions there, so full of drama. Up to 5 shots rebounded. Forth and back. Morocco was doing the shooting, and you could see Senegal doing the blocking. A foul by Sadio Mane. He should get a card for that. But the referee allowed him. He didn't give him a card. He allowed play to continue. Morocco with a chance, but Edouard Mendy will step up and pick the ball. It is getting really. Oh, this is feisty now. Wow. Let's take a look at the corner kick again. A header from Morocco saved by Mendy, and another shot saved by the defender. Oh my God, it was even a Senegalese that nodded. And it was going to his own goal mouth. Morocco with another chance to move forward, but Senegal will try to get that out into touch. Morocco will pick it again. The injured man with his head wrapped in bandage, and a foul has been given. Foul has been given to Morocco right there against Senegal. Morocco doing all the pressing and doing all the attacking. They press. They collect the ball, they attack, and try and get something, and they throw in a very dangerous position here to Morocco, and Morocco will quickly take that from the right flank by Hakimi, and the player got stuck right there. He can't move forward, and the foul has been given also to Morocco. A free kick. A free kick has been given, a foul by Senegal, and evolving into a free kick given to Morocco. And Morocco will have a chance. This is a very dangerous position to have a free kick. All the players are in the box except 2. The man taking the shot right there behind, I think that's Eze Abdi, and the 2 central defenders keeping their goal line, and the Moroccans on the field. The fans are praying, they are jumping, they are shouting, they are hailing their players. El Nesri in the 18-yard, Hakimi also in the 18, all trying to do something, find a way to push it in, but the ball comes straight into the hands of Edouard Mendy of Senegal. And Mendy will lie on the floor, and he will try and resolve his abdominal pain possibly from that kick before taking the shot after 8 seconds. And Morocco will pick the ball again from the back after Mendy's shot has been taken. Goalkeeper for Morocco, Bono, will take a longish one back into the midfield, but Senegal will have a chance to run in. Unfortunately, Moroccans no agree at all. Senegal will still have the control of the ball. They'll try and move the ball forward, controlling, dribbles one, and moves forward, looks for a chance. A pass goes through, and Senegal with another chance. Senegal loses the ball. Senegal loses the ball. How did that young man lose that ball? Oh my God! That should have sealed the game. How on earth? How on earth could you lose that chance? It was a tap in. We have a man called Tapnado. He will have tapped that in. It's almost at 1,000 goals from tapping in. Oh my God. Oh my God. That should have sealed the game. And Senegal just lost their chance to go 2 goals up against the host country, Morocco. Oh my goodness. That's unforgivable. Just like Ibrahim Smith.
Yeah, and that was the guy that came on to replace Jackson. Another Ndiaye. Yeah, another Ndiaye. At the back of the net. But that was a very good stop from the goalkeeper.
That's a clear chance to score.
I think the goalkeeper actually...
He had a hand to it, but
I think the goalkeeper... Let's look at the replay again. I think the goalkeeper actually,
hit it against his hand.
Yeah, against his leg. That could have been the second goal. The goalkeeper has been very, very brilliant. Bono there.
Yeah, he's been very resourceful, giving Morocco another half-life, another life here to stand and fight. Otherwise, it would have been game over at that point.
Yeah, and you could see the player that was Cherif Ndiaye. It looks like the Senegalese, they are having double name, Ndiaye, Sa, and Gwe. In fact, I think they have, it's like when you are from Senegal, it's either you are being Ndiaye or you are being Sa. And this is another opportunity for them. This free kick, can they make it 2 from this one now? Takes that one, but get it out there.
There was a good chance for Senegal, but they're not going anywhere. The Moroccans are not giving any room. A foul has been given. A foul has been awarded against a foul, penalized Senegal, and a free kick to Morocco. Right there, Sa will get a yellow card with the foul as well. Morocco with a chance. Nesri controlling the ball in the area of the penalty area of Senegal, and Morocco with a chance. Still Morocco with the ball, still working and pushing Senegal to their last position, and all Senegalese are behind the ball. All 10 players are behind the ball, and Sadio Mane will try and move the ball, but that should be a foul. And yes, a foul has been given to Senegal, and that should cool the tension down. The game is now at the 114th minute. Wow, that was a terrible collision there for Mane. It's good to see stars because his head ran into the chest of the player. He will have seen stars and moon, and he's still clutching onto his neck. He's still thinking whether it was a star or half moon that he saw, but he saw something. He's still looking up in the sky, thinking of what he saw, but he's on his feet anyway because they can't afford to lose the momentum for winning this game. And Senegal still with a chance, trying to move the ball forward away from the Moroccans, but Morocco will pick the ball and Senegal will collect it back, and they will try and play it wide. The Senegalese just won a throw-in. 114 minutes and 30 seconds have been played in this game. We have just 5 minutes and about 30 seconds to play. 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and the trophy may just go back to West Africa, particularly Senegal, who won it just 2 editions away and missed out only on the last edition when they lost. A shot there! What a shot for Senegal! Oh my God, that was the scorer of the first goal, I guess. That was Gueye.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a heavy shot from Gueye there, and it took so much last stage effort, double hand block from Bono to keep that away from hitting the back of the net. Beautiful shot. This guy is so resourceful.
Yeah, that was a very good
player. Tell us a little about Gueye.
Gueye, and he's a very good player, reliable in the midfield there. You could see the manager actually trusted him. That is why he has done. And to be honest, he has been one of the standard player for Senegal in this game. Pepe Gueye, he plays for Villarreal in the Spanish La Liga, and he's still 26 years old. A very good midfielder, I think, with his exploit in this Nations Cup. His stock will definitely rise, and a lot of clubs will definitely be looking at him.
Yeah, definitely be looking at. Oh, that's the man that missed the sitter just now. He missed the sitter just now. Cross comes in for Senegal. A shot for Senegal. Oh boy, that was close to becoming the second goal from Ghana. Ghana almost got a second goal, but oh my word, the gods of football will not allow that to happen. Oh, they sent it away from the net. Still a lifeline for Morocco to remain in this game. 116th minute, and they're going to the 117th minute of the game, and Senegal will have another chance to move forward again. What did they do? Oh, an offside. Offside has been given to Morocco against Senegal right there.
I think certainly now Senegal, are now having opportunities to, still have the game, but I don't think they are not taking it, and I think they should, be doing taking their chances, because it's football. Anything can still happen. There's still time, but it looks like the Moroccans will not be getting anything from this one.
We have just 3 minutes into this, aside at a time, and Senegal has a chance to still hold possession. The ball has been put into touch for a throw-in to Morocco. Hakimi will stand on the ball and pick the ball. What does he do with the ball? He takes a short one and plays a quick one, which Senegal will push forward. And Senegal has possession of the ball. A foul has been committed by the young player. And the foul has, the set piece have quickly been taken by Morocco, and Morocco is running at the defense of Senegal right now. Morocco right in front of the goal of Senegal, and the young man poses to take a shot, but he decides against it. He sends the ball back to his midfield, and the defenders, Agued, will try and do something here. The ball comes to the right. What does Hakimi do with the ball? He crosses, and a longish one, and the ball is still there in the dangerous position against Senegal. And the ball will be put into touch for a throw-in. Still Senegal under the attack here of Morocco. So much drama going on here. And Senegal defending with their last energy, defending with their blood right here. They want to defend this one goal and go away with it against the host nation, Morocco. Will Senegal be able to do this? It is possible. Will Morocco be able to equalize? Chances are getting slimmer. Let's take a look at the XG one more time and see what ratings bookmakers are giving Morocco in this game. XG for Morocco is now at 2.18, which means it is very high for them to likely score. 2.18 XG is a very, very high chance of scoring. And as it is, Senegal is still at the XG 1.75. As it is, Morocco still has a very good chance. According to bookmakers, it doesn't always work like that, but that's from what we see, from all the attacks, from all the crosses, from all the score plays, all the shots at the goalkeeping area. And right now, Eze Abde will try to take a shot. He takes a shot, but Edward Mendy will step up and pick the ball and lies on the floor again to resolve his stomach problem. Only God knows how long he will stay there for. Like they say, all leaders lie down. We actually don't know who has to.
I don't think he will waste any more time, because he knows he's already on a yellow card, and you will see him quickly taking the ball out immediately now.
All right, and foul has been given against Senegal, yeah, right there, and Morocco will try and restart that. The game now is at the 120th minute, just 20 seconds short of the whistle. In case the referee is not adding any extra time, we have just 15 seconds to the end of this game. A Senegalese went down, posing for a free kick, and yes, the referee has blown and given a free kick, a free kick, and this one looks like the last kick of the game. 120 minutes have been played in few seconds, and the Senegalese are looking up at the the sky. The rains of blessing are falling. The Senegalese are looking everywhere at the referee. They're looking at the last man. The referee puts the whistle to his mouth, and one would think he will release it. 3 times he will blow. But the referee says no, he blew just once. And he waits to see what happens when this kick is taken. What does it do when 20 minutes have been played and 30 seconds? At the time here is 3 minutes. Oh my goodness. 3 more minutes to play. 3 more minutes to play in this encounter. Oh my goodness, this is just so much drama. And Morocco still with hope. But Senegal will try and move forward though. Senegal to the corner flag. Sharif tries to hold the ball, and throw-in has been committed by the Moroccan defender. And Senegal will take their time. They will walk sluggishly there, leaving the ball one for another to come and take the throw-in. And right there at the edge of Morocco's 18, in the dangerous penalty area, and standing on the ball is the goal scorer himself, and he throws the ball, and they try to hold the ball in the corner, and Senegal with a chance of crossing a couple in the area, and the Moroccans push that away for a throw-in, and Mbaye will go there, try to pick up the ball for the throw-in. You can be sure Mbaye is not going to throw the ball. He's going to drop it for somebody else, and who knows who's going to throw it eventually. They will at least wait 15-30 seconds, and now they throw, and the ball goes to the corner flag, and sitting on it is the young man Sheriff. He's trying to defend the ball with his life, and no, Mbaye still said there, Ismaila will take the ball for a throw-in, and Sadio Mane is happy with what he's seeing. They have just 1 or 2 minutes to hold on and win again, make history, win again for Senegal. How many times has Senegal won this? Please help me check that out.
The Nations Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they won it about 2 or 3 times. You just have to confirm again.
Yes, please. Let's have that information. Thank you very much for standing by, and viewers and fans. We are having so much fun at this AFCON. This is a very dramatic one, very beautiful. Oh, Morocco will push the ball out. 1:22 minutes and 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds to glory for Senegal here. The referee looks down. He looks up. He looks at his whistle, and the coach of Senegal is waving to the referee. Blow it already. We have only 30 seconds. Moroccans are eating their clothes. They are eating their fingers. They are eating everything edible, even unedible. They're just they're furious. They are frustrated. They're traumatized. They don't know what to do here. But Senegalese are dancing on the rails, and you have just a handful of them. Not more than 50, but they are so noisy in this field. And the Moroccans are posed, possibly waiting for them with 2x2 outside the field. That in case the Senegalese win this match, 2x2 will resolve it. I don't know what that means, but in Nigerian parlance, 2x2 is a wood. Instead of wood, 2 feet or 2 inches by 2 inches that people use for justice around here.
I think Senegal have actually won the Nations Cup once, if I'm correct. I think that was the first time they won
2019.
2019.
Yes, Senegal wins it again. Senegal has won it again. Yeah. Senegal is a second-time winner of the Nations Cup, the ascending power in African football. I salute their doggedness. These guys have been rugged for the past 4 or 5 years. They have been resolute in determining the fate of African football. They have been there at the Nations Cup. They were there at the World Cup. They are there in the World Cup coming. They are going for the next World Cup. And now they have won the Nations Cup as the best in African football. And I celebrate the Senegalese for testing and facing up even against the unfairness they deemed to have been done on them by the refereeing officials as well as the crew in there in Rabat, Morocco. And sorry to the Moroccans, especially Hakimi and his crew, Eze Abdi, Ibrahim Diaz especially. That young man is not going to have a good night at all. That young man is not going to have a good year. It's only January and he's already facing 2x2 from everywhere. He faces the risk of being shot. If he was a Colombian, you can be sure that by next week he will be shot.
Wow.
He's already home.
I don't think I think that in the past I don't think that can happen again in football now.
Right. It thinks it can't happen again in football. Oh, well, we saw a Colombian being shot, Pablo Escobar, back there in 1994 when he scored an own goal. A beautiful own goal he scored against his own team.
Yeah, Senegal actually won it in 2021, not 2019.
2021.
They were runner-up in the 2019.
2019 runner-up.
They lost to
winner in 2021.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, in
they defeated Egypt in 2021 at the final.
Yeah, at the final.
And now they are winners again.
In fact, they first the North African side.
Yeah, because the North African sides have been dominant in recent years. Egypt won it, I think, in 2019. One of them won it in 2019.
Egypt actually won it. It was Algeria that won it in 2019.
Okay, Algeria.
Defeated Senegal by 1-0.
So let's just run something on the past winners of the Nations Cup very quickly, and we can close that chapter before we end this show. The trophy will be presented very, very soon. Let's take a quick look at Nations Cup past winners.
And you can see Hakimi in tears, Brahim Diaz and co. All of them are in tears. I think they had their moment, but Brahim Diaz actually flopped the moment for them. But they have to move on. Do like asked me earlier on regarding Morocco. I think looking at how they've been going as a team in the last 3 seasons, I think this actually is a spanner being thrown in their work. But they have to continue and move forward. They now have to look. The World Cup is the next stop for them now. So they just have to move on.
Yeah, so they have to move on. Well, it happens. You lose some, you win some. You won against Nigeria. Nigeria did not cry. We went to play the third place.
Nigerians cried.
Nigerians, which
but
one?
Not Chukwueze.
Well, Nigerian players didn't cry like this.
You mean the players?
Yes,
well, I agree. The players, but
the
fans were very, very upset.
The fans were furious. Yes,
especially the ones that didn't eat before going to watch the game.
Especially the fans that put money on it that Nigeria was going to win. So before we close this transmission, we'd just like to reel out Nation Cup's winner from 1957 when Africa started AFCON. Egypt was the first. 1959, Egypt again. 1962 was Ethiopia. 1963 was Ghana. 1965 was Ghana. 1968 was DR Congo. 1970 was Sudan. 1973 was Congo Brazzaville. 1974 was DR Congo. 1976 was Morocco, first place. 1978 was Ghana again. That was the third time for Ghana. 1980 was Nigeria. 1982 was Ghana. That's 4 for Ghana. Cameroon was 1984 winner. 1986 was Egypt. 1988 was Nigeria. No, that was not Nigeria. 1988 was not Nigeria. I think this information is not correct. 1988 I think was Ghana playing Nigeria in the final. Because I remember then that our Bright Omokaro did not come out victorious in that particular year. We had Bright Omokaro, we had Rufai in that encounter, but they didn't win the final. Okay, so 1988 is wrong. We'll get the correct one soon. 1990 was Algeria. 1992 was Cote d'Ivoire. 1994 was Nigeria, which was the second one for Nigeria. 1996 was South Africa. 1998 was Egypt again. 2000 was Cameroon. 2002 was Cameroon. 2004 was Tunisia. 2006 was Egypt. 2008 was Egypt. 2010 was Egypt. And 2012 was Ghana again. 2015 was Cote d'Ivoire. 2017 Cameroon. 2019 was Ghana.
2019 not Ghana.
2019 not Ghana. This information is not correct.
2019 was
Algeria. 2019 was Algeria. 2021 was Senegal. 2023 was Cote d'Ivoire. And now 2025 is Senegal again. That was 2013. 2013 was Nigeria, but not listed here. But so far, this is a general. And this is
but
not
we know
very
Nigeria have
correct.
actually won the Nations Cup 3 times. That was 2013 and 1994 and 1980.
1980, 1994, and 2013. Nigeria has won those 3 times. We could have won it. Nigeria could have won it again in 2023.
In fact, in the last 20 years, Nigeria have been to the final, I think, about 4 times.
And we won
I
it.
think about 4 times, and we've only
once or
won it
twice.
once. We lost to Ghana. That was, I think, 2000 and is it 2002? The one we hosted, Ghana, Nigeria also.
Yeah, 2002. Ghana. 2002, we lost to Ghana.
Nigeria is the nations that have been to I think the most finals also.
And the most podium.
Yeah.
I've been to the podium 17 times. First, second, or third. Nigeria is going to be on the podium again today, but in the third position, not first or second. So, gentlemen, ladies, and viewers and fans world over, we have come to the end of this transmission. The game between Senegal and Morocco, the host of AFCON for 2025-2026, has just come to an end. And Senegal has won the game. Paulo, how did you find this?
Wow,
The drama.
The drama. I think we can't just finish talking about it now.
The action.
It's going to be talked from now to the next Nations Cup because in the last everything started unfolding in the last probably
Extra
1
time.
minute of additional. I mean, the last 1 minute
time.
of the additional time and going into the extra time. I think the 30 minutes of additional time, we actually got a very good game because you see, we saw both teams, now going head to head from pole to pole. But overall, it was an entertaining game. But
now, how do you advise this Moroccan team?
Well, like I said earlier on, they just have to keep moving. They've been making a lot of progress in the last 4 years, and they shouldn't just allow this to derail everything. This is the opportunity for them to have won the Nations Cup. 50 years ago, that was the last time they won it. The last time they got to the final was about 20 years ago, 2004. That's about 20 years or more. And now
22 years.
And they're in the final again now. And at home, I think this could have been the best. If they have won this one, this could have been probably the best Nations Cup they've ever won compared to the 1970 something they won. So they just have to keep going. The Nations Cup is, the World Cup is less than 5 months now. Yeah, less than 5 to 6 months. And looking at Morocco, there are the teams, a lot of people, the neutrals will be looking at among the African teams going into the World Cup that, expect them to go far, given the fact that the last one, they ended at the semi-finals. But they just have to move on, talk to the players, they'll be fine after maybe 1 or 2 days, when they go back to their respective clubs. And by the time they will come back again, I think everything would have been in the past.
And then we'll now be looking at the World Cup. Thank you very much, Paulo, for coming for this show.
Yeah, thanks for
And thanks to the crew. Thank you very much to my producer and all the gentlemen and women behind the set. We appreciate you for staying with us. This is Premier Sports Fan Center once again. And it's been lovely running this with you in the last 2 hours of this encounter. We wish you a very good evening and a good night and good morning in various parts of the world. And until we see again, stay tuned to football, the best game in the world. Bye for